Yeah, da, 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 da. Yeah, da, 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 da. All right, I believe we are all set. Once again, I'm gonna let y'all flow in. Uh, Hello, chats. Everyone saying hi. Hello. What's up, Evil Hero Diamond Cat? And like I said, I'm gonna let y'all flow in a little bit more. And then I gotta explain because I think some people were confused earlier in chat. So I have to explain myself. All right. Now I'm gonna start officially. Hello, welcome to episode 49. I can't believe we're almost at 50 episodes of this fucking stream. But episode 49 of the Night of Cringe. Earlier today when I set up the stream, actually it was yesterday, some people were confused because the name of the documentary that we're going to be watching is Deconstructing Karen, and everyone thought, at least most people thought, it was about the 2022 film Karen, or did it come out in 2020? Whatever year it came out. It's a demonic film. But yeah, people thought I was talking about the Karen movie, like that this was like maybe some type of review for that movie. Like, no, it's not. It's something a lot worse and completely different. So to explain, two crazy, like, just dry pussy unhinged bitches decided to start this party, like, to create this party to tell white women, like, inviting white women to this party and telling them that they're basically trash for being white women. And I'm sure that you've heard this from somebody on YouTube, saw the clips. I'm sure, like, your memory is starting to get refreshed as I talk about this. But if you're not, like, the one half of this toxic duo is, the fuck is her name again? Sarah Rowe, I think. And if you are on Twitter or follow me or just run in the same circles, or even if you don't, is obsessed with, like, hating white women. She's like this racist bitch. She's always got some unhinged social justice warrior shit to say. And, like, almost all of her tweets are about how evil white women are. And, like, someone on Twitter, thank God for this person, came up with a whole fucking thread. Look how long this thread is. Look at this. Well, it's not that long because I think it ends right here. But like, in 2020, they came up with this really long fucking thread of all the tweets she's made about how evil white women are. She's a racist. She's a racist hag. And just to refresh you guys' memory, let's look through some of them. Sarah Rowe. Calling out white women is a serious crime to them. I got a 30-day jail sentence for saying white women yoga. White women dressed as the Handmaid's Tale will not save us. Can someone please ask Alyssa Milano to let them know? Well, she's semi-right about that. I don't like Alyssa Milano either. She's like, they like, the two of them basically go hand in hand. Like, they're running the same circles. I don't know why you're acting like you're better than this person. But whatever. And this guy named Brian Weh. What's the dumbest, most pointless way you've injured yourself? And she says, Sarah Rowe, trusting white women. Oh wow, this person. It's just white women against the rest of us. Oh. Gillibrand is a toxic white feminist of the highest order. She has zero interest in uplifting black and brown, or she said brown and black, but it's supposed to be black and brown. It just sounds better. Brown and black women. White women aren't diversity. Serious question. Besides white women, who fantasize about him? Who are Beto's fans? Also, who is he and what does he stand for? There's some truth in that one. I'm gonna give her that one. Okay, there's one tweet. See, I can't see it because this thing is in the way. But some chick named Layla McElrath? I don't know. Ojeda and Venatti are candidates are like the who thinks sex is pumping away while in the grocery list. Okay. Sarah Rose says, I wouldn't characterize you as horny. I'd characterize you as one of the thousands of liberal white women who made Beto into a one-name diva because you wanted to sleep with him. Beto is a white savior. You created the white savior. Horny is awesome. You are not horny. Well, the thing is, like, Beto's been pretending to be... Is he pretending to be Mexican this whole time? I mean, yeah, he is white. He is. But he's been pretending, like, the whole allure of like feminists and like anyone on the left is that he is Mexican. Like he's like Chipotle. He's Mexican, but he's very bland and it's good when you're drunk, I guess. Evil Hero Diamond Cat $5 super chat. What's more likely, revisiting Validate or more Shadowverse? Preferably more of both. Have you played with the new cards yet? I don't know why this is a meme in our in our relationship online. Taylor Evans $9.99 super chat. Are you watching the last season of Bleach or do you watch anime? I don't really watch anime. Like I've seen some of Attack on Titan. I can't keep up with it. I try to. And it's like keeping up with the seasons, especially when you are technically not paying for it. It's hard. But yeah, I've seen Death Note too. I've seen all of Death Note. I wouldn't say I watch anime as much as I like enjoy things that are good. Ministry of Wrong Think $4.99 super chat. Hey Jay, finally got to catch your stream live. Did you catch Mad Lad? Ye got his Twitter back and literally tweeted Shalom. Yeah, I know. I responded to that. I was like, nigga, shut up. But it was very tongue-in-cheek. I never want this man to shut up, because he's hilarious. Very, he does need a shrink. He does need some therapy. But he is funny. The same white women who think you don't know. I know. Now others will too. Yeah, you know what? Let's pack it in here. Because it's just like, oh, white women. Like, she is obsessed with fucking white women. She's nuts. She's fucking nuts. If you want to see this thread, I might link it after the stream. It's so y'all can go through it. I'm not going through all this shit, but like, just, she's obsessed with white women. That's going to become very clear once we get into this documentary. Like, it's, oof. It's going to hit you like a fucking brick. Anyway. Excuse me. Now, I don't know if this documentary has a strict copyright thing going on with it, so I created this little looping watermark in lieu of EFAP. EFAP, they do this. They put like a watermark on the screen every couple of seconds. So we're going to do that on stream. I did it through OBS. Thank God I figured it out. But yeah, you're going to see that on screen periodically, like every 10 minutes, so I can avoid copyright. Because YouTube ain't going to catch me fucking up. But anyway, yeah, this is that documentary about that special We Hate White Woman dinner featuring white women who actually paid to be there, which is fucking retarded. Why would you pay to be berated by two fucking hags? Why would you do this? It's so, it's stupid. But anyway, yeah, all right, let's get to it. Make sure that's up loud enough. This is gonna be some serious cringe. It's actually also, not only is it cringy, but it's infuriating as well. Ugh.
Just because I do not want critical race theory taught to my children.
1000 Yeses presents. I don't know. I don't know what that is. But I know it's a lie.
School does not mean that I'm a racist, damn it.
What was that all about? Like, listen to these white women being delusional. Like, yeah, just because they don't like racist shit being taught in schools doesn't make them racist. Like, it actually makes them the opposite of racist, in my opinion. Evil Hero Diamond Cat, $2 super chat. Get free Shadowverse trending in chat. Oh God, please. No!
We know he's not a racist, or all the other things the liberal media is trying to label him with.
When you look at what happened in the last refugee crisis in Europe, what has changed?
These are not refugees from Syria. These are refugees from Ukraine. These are Christians, they're white.
Yeah, that one was a little sus, but that's the only one that's been sus so far.
I cannot remember a time that I have not woken up in the middle of the night in a cold sweat. People are so unwilling to have the conversation.
Oh, this is so I hate documentaries with like long or any movie with long ponderous openings. It's like, get to the fucking point. Dr. Dipshit's House of Memes, $5 super chat. Been binging old NOCs. I've had many a giggle. Also, if you like to watch good things, don't watch anime. Now destroy these multi-shag carpets. Taylor Evans, $9.99 super chat. Off topic. I've seen most of your NOCs. Which was your favorite funniest person, and which made you the most mad to watch? Oh, that one is difficult because they all kind of mold into one like massive asshole. So it's hard to pin down. I would say maybe it's a tie between Danielle Young and Riley Dennis. Maybe. That's all. Yeah, that's all I can really say. Because like I said, it's just a big blur after a while.
White women, you have got to get up.
What? Oh, I'm gonna zoom in so y'all can see that. Oh, let me turn this off for a minute. Oh, shit. Yeah, I'm turning that off for a minute. Can y'all read that name right there? Executive producer Anna Paquin? Why? Sukino. Why the fuck did you put money into this? Oh, damn it. I didn't turn it off like I was supposed to. Okay, there it goes. Oh my God. Why? Why? Why is she? No. I'm not that surprised, but I'm still surprised. Oh, yeah, I didn't like that.
On board for humanity to have any hope.
Dean Lawliet? Oh my God, I'm sorry for butchering your name. Is that the True Blood bitch? Yes, that is the True Blood bitch.
The only thing that's going to change this is if we change the cultural DNA.
Look at him sitting over there. Look at him standing over there like two ghouls. Like two witches inviting over all the residents for a housewarming party so they can suck out their souls. Look at these demons. Like, why are you standing over there like that? Why don't you greet him at the fucking door? Like you got some goddamn sense.
The only thing that's gonna change this is if we change the cultural DNA. And the only way you can change the cultural DNA is through personal human interactions. And we
personal human interactions. Like, yeah. Just inviting everyone, not even greeting them at the door, by the way. Because that's normal. Making people spend thousands of dollars to sit down with you and being told that they're racist by default, no matter what they do. Yeah, that is normal, healthy human interaction.
We know that breaking bread with people is the best way to do that. So I want a show of hands of everyone at this table who is racist.
Oh, perfect start. Why the fuck would anyone answer that question? Why would you think that anybody, not even a racist, would admit that? Unless they were really, like, clanny. Joey Joester, $5 super chat, is everything gonna be all white? Is this everything gonna be all white to Karen Strikes Back? Chloe Gresham Goolsby? God, I hate this. Oh, their faces. I love how she's actually thinking, like, am I racist? Am I racist? Like, bitch, you don't have to think about it. If you know you're not racist, you're not racist. Mackie Sky, $5 super chat. JLong, you have any backup places to upload in case YouTube comes for you, like locals or something? I'm on Odysee now. I link it in my description all the time, and it's on my the front page of my channel. So I gotta start pimping it out a little bit more though. Also, happy Thanksgiving. Love you all. Thank you. Happy Thanksgiving to y'all too, because I'm gonna be cooking on Thanksgiving, so I know I'm not gonna be around that much. Yeah, like, I'd be distressed by that question too. Like, what the fuck? Actually, no, you know, me, I would just be laughing, to be honest, because it's a fucking ridiculous question. I'm trying to get that Tam. That facial expression's even better. What? Oh, look at this. This is a witch. Like, you notice how, like, the most, well, of course, like, the trope exists for a reason. But you notice how all the miserable bitches look witchy as hell? Like, they will cast a fucking spell on you. Your pussy will be 40% drier. I put some beetroot and spider's web in your jamba juice. Like, I don't know why you look. What the fuck? I knew I shouldn't have come here. Like, yeah, you shouldn't have. But, like, why would someone fucking answer that? Nobody would answer that. Not even a racist person. Like, so what the fuck? What are you accomplishing? Hang on. Deconstructing Karen. Me. You. Becky. What are you doing?
I must confess that over the past few years I have been gravely disappointed with the white moderate who is more devoted to order than to justice.
Oh, a blurb that I'm pretty sure was probably taken out of context. Of course, like, you reference Martin Luther King, but don't. Yeah, let's go after his most, like, radical, or like I said, out of context fucking lessons, instead of, you know, following everything else that he has said. We're gonna invite these bitches over here. We're gonna fleece them out of their money and then to tell them they're fucking racist. Because they're white women, not for any other real reason. In this house, we believe Black Lives Matter. Excuse me. Women's rights are human rights. No human is illegal. Science is real. Unless it's science that makes sense. Love is love. Kindness is everything. If you have this outside your house, you're probably an insufferable piece of shit.
I have been in this work for a very long time. I marched in the 60s. I have worked on presidential campaigns. And what I know is that
I marched in the 60s. I didn't learn shit from it. I didn't learn shit from, the lessons of the yesteryear. But I will use it to my advantage when I'm trying to be racist to people, when I'm old and bitter and eggless.
Race to Dinner allows us to have radically honest conversations.
Hold on. You hurt my feelings.
Sarah and Regina founded Race to Dinner in 2019 to help white women learn how they uphold white supremacy. Oh.
The market we have identified is white women who call themselves liberal or progressive or Democrat to not only change themselves, but begin to change their children.
You know what's funny is they don't do this for conservative women. Because don't they need the most changing? Don't they, not that I agree with that shit, but aren't they the most in need of reform and re-education? But no, you're not going to do that to, conservative or moderate women. You ain't going to do it to them. Because you're punk asses. And you can't fleece money out of them. Because, that's basically what they are. They're just middle-aged bullies. They just like bullying people who they see as weaker than them. It's standard shit. But they knew that, conservative women are A, not going to show up, and B, not going to pay for that shit. And C, not going to tolerate any of their bullshit. So, and they know they can't argue against these bitches. So, let's get the liberal women who are already beaten down by this fucking rhetoric that's been going on for years now. They're not slick! They're not slick!
Their families, their co-workers, their friends. The foot of white supremacy and patriarchy is firmly on their necks, just like it's on ours.
Should I text it to you?
Yeah, you can text it to me.
I know it sounds bizarre, but I used to be a white feminist.
Okay, hang on. Master Chuddy, $10 super chat, the whole tweet thread bashing Beto savior complex, but guilting these women to embrace the savior complex to make you feel good. Have some dignity, but got a fleece, easy marked, Yeah. Evil Hero Diamond Cat, $2 super chat. Will Shadowverse factor into this documentary? I was at once a white feminist. Me as an Indian woman was a white feminist, which means I am very self-hating. I am what is it with all these Indian motherfuckers? Her, what was his name? Hari Kondabolo, that motherfucker. A lot of fucking, Indian celebrities, just have some kind of fucking complex where they just need to be extra woke. And really, play up their Indian side, but not really. Take advantage of everything white people give them in Hollywood or whatever, but still treat them like shit. Playing up their Indian side, but also not recognizing, working class Indians, accented Indians, as Hari Kondabolo likes to call them. I don't know. What the fuck? This is all this self-shame with Indian people in politics in Hollywood. It's fucking weird. And she's got a picture of her with Hillary, and it's got a Hillary toy on her fucking shelf. Ugh. And it's, you know what? The best thing about that is the picture of her children is obstructed by that doll in that picture. The subconscious don't lie, folks! Look at that shit! It's covering up a picture of her child! Oh my god, Dominare? I think I'm saying that right. Sorry if I'm butchering that. 199 super chat. Ugh, I love you. Thank you. Dipshits, the Dr. Dipshits House of Memes, $2 super chat. Being white and fertile is a racism. John Smith, $2 super chat. That Hillary doll is gonna haunt my dreams. Yeah, this is sad. This is really sad. This shit is more prominent than a picture of her own fucking kid. That is so sad.
White woman trapped in a brown body. And then I, woke up and I started doing anti-racism work.
Have you considered the fact that maybe you're just very Western, at least a Western idiot, and has nothing to do with white women? It's all about you being grovelly towards a political ideology that is, it's not the only one, but you're embracing the toxicity of a political ideology. I'm just saying, maybe it has nothing to do with skin color. It has everything to do with you not being a leftist idiot.
When I first started talking about racism, I think the thing that I was totally unprepared for was when, you just talk about white people. You say the words white people, and those white people want to come and kill you.
Yeah, no one wants to come and kill you. You're not that significant. I've seen your Twitter presence, your Twitter engagement. Nobody cares. And plus I think she limits who can respond to her tweets anyway, so what you talking about? But anyway, yeah, it's not, we've seen your tweets, I've seen that thread, I went through it. It ain't just about you saying the word white woman or white person in the same sentence. It's about everything else you say after it. So get the fuck out of here with this victim complex. People want to come and kill me because I just say the words white and people in a sentence, and then people want to come and kill me. Shut the fuck up. You a lying ass. Lady Squiffington, £5 super chat. I have 2 words. Oh my god. Humiliation fetish. Yeah. Mr. N, 199 super chat. Poo. You really need to fuck off, move out of the country. Why do people do this in movies, documentaries? You putting scary music behind a bunch of floating After Effects social media posts. It's not scary. It'll never be scary. It'll never make me feel sorry for people who get cyberbullied as an adult. It's just not gonna happen. It's just not gonna fucking happen. You are the biggest racist pieces of shit on the planet. Eat your dick and get cancer, scum. Ugh. Oh, these are the same shit. Oh, it's almost like you're padding it. Go back to your shithole. If you don't like America, you worthless racists. Like I said, you have block buttons and filters on Twitter for a reason. Maybe don't be a stupid fucking cunt. Same. Oh, got called a cunt? Oh yeah, you act like one though, so what do you want me to do? Well, what do you want me to do? You're a grown-ass woman. These filtering and blocking exist on social media for a reason. Fucking use it. But like I said, you like getting this attention. You love it. You love this shit. Because it just reinforces that sick little victim complex you got in your head. Officer Buck to Trussell, $5 super chat. And exactly how many of those tweeters follow through on their tweet? None of them, of course. Yeah, absolutely fucking none of them. Because it's nothing but a bunch of bullshit anyway. Your mother should have aborted you. Okay, but shouldn't that be a compliment to a leftist woman? Shouldn't that be a compliment? They're saying they want a woman to exercise her right to abort. That's a good thing.
Even if it means one white woman at a time, I'm going to keep going.
Okay, so okay.
And it's only white women. Of course not white men. Because she probably want to suck a white dick. These chicks like this, these white women. Just like when you hear black women talking shit about white women and black men and how awful they are. It was because they want to suck a white man's dick. It's every single fucking. What is with these motherfuckers? Like, all this group of people sucks. It's all because I want to fuck a white man. It's so fucking pathetic. Joe Vinny the hyena $5 super chat telling them they can filter and block, but that's work. Abigail, why only white women? You know why it's only white women. because I think because it like this is natural like female toxicity to be like just to hate other women. They just fall in right into that shit, but they can't do that openly. So they got to say it's about some racism shit. It's about some feminist shit. They want to be catty and toxic and like lean into that female toxicity, but they got to filter it through some bullshit because these are probably women who like I had to put up the front that I'm a polite, smart, regal woman, despite me being the exact opposite of that. So like, yeah, they got to filter that shit out through some social justice shit. When they really just want to very badly fuck a white man. All this fucking aggression. Because guess who is the pick of the litter for white men? White women. She don't like that. She don't like that. It's the same for black chicks on black Twitter who have these aggressive attitudes towards white women because they get to fuck white men. These women are self-hating as fuck. Because they want white dick and they have not been chosen by a white dick. But guess who does get chosen by white dick? White women. It's sad. Max, you notice how her partner in crime is a fucking black woman. And it's like a self-hating fucking black woman. You can't tell me she hasn't been on Twitter talking shit about black men over and over again. You know she has. Max Power, $10 super chat, the poop emoji. I agree. Joe Vinny the hyena, or they stole our black men. Oh yeah. Anyway, let's go back a little bit because now they're introducing the pet white woman they hang out with.
I'm gonna keep going.
Okay, so here's okay. Are you ready?
God.
Potential deals.
Okay,
She's so dramatic. Let's see. She's worse than me. Holy shit! Look at this. Oh.
Genevieve, business development, whatever the fuck that means. Mr. N 199 super chat. Oh my god. Too much water can do that to you. Mr. N 199 super chat. YouTube and Hollywood influencers do be broke like that.
Okay. I've been following Syra on social media for a long time.
Syra.
Friend. She's so triggering and it's so good. It's so neat.
I love Syra. She's so triggering. Oh fuck. You can tell by her wide open eyes that she's just, there's nothing going on behind them.
We had the dinner at...
Yeah, look at her face. Like she's always got her eyes open. It's like there's nothing going on in there. There's nothing going on in there.
At my house. I wanted to like graduate and...
Yeah, she looks deranged. I'm already getting bad vibes off this bitch. It's like if they were to make a sequel reboot for Misery. This is the bitch. This is the one. This is the one who's gonna make it happen.
Be like, I have my certificate and
Why aren't you fucking blinking? I don't like you. Your vibe is wrong.
Survived a dinner with Race to Dinner and like, here's my certificate and now I'm like super woke. Which is all white supremacy. Like every single bit of that is all totally white supremacy.
Let's go back and listen to that again. Because I was so busy trashing her because she just comes off nuts.
Good. It's so needed. We had the dinner at my house. I wanted to like graduate and be like, I have my certificate and I like survived a dinner with Race to Dinner and like, here's my certificate and now I'm like super woke. Which is all white supremacy. Like every single bit of that is all totally white supremacy.
She just admitted to being a white supremacist. Okay. That doesn't make you seem cool or whatever. Like, it doesn't make you look honorable. It just makes you look like, because you already look nuts. You already got those bug eyes. You got that Kathy Bates vibe. Like you're gonna hobble. Like you're gonna hobble. Oh god, what's that actor's name? Like you're gonna hobble Sonny Corleone's ankles. Like, come on. But now you're admitting you're a white supremacist. Oh, okay. Why should anyone want to hang out with you? Because that's the thing. She's a good little slave. That's why she's hanging out with these motherfuckers.
I want to do boomerang with the three of us.
Okay.
What is a boomerang?
Why do you, Black Lives Matter sticker on your laptop?
You're gonna love it.
Let's do it right now.
There's no noise. It's just movement.
This witch laughter. Listen to this shit.
Let's do it right now.
There's no noise. It's just movement.
This witchy poo laughter. Oh, three of the most unfortunate human beings on the planet.
Hilarious. She's like the Energizer Bunny.
I'm one of the Beckys. I'm somewhere. And here's the thing. I don't know what kind of Becky I am.
You don't know who you are, period. You don't know who you are, period. I don't know what kind of Becky I am. Like, you have no sense of self. It's scary.
But I'm pretty sure that my black and brown friends know exactly what kind of Becky I am.
I don't know who I am. I need black and brown people to tell me who I am. Girl, you are this close to being trafficked by a rape gang. Because they told you you were a good little white girl. You're this close to being sold into sexual slavery or being made into someone's like white slave in some kind of like underground porno somewhere. You're this close. You are so empty. You are so empty as a human being. It's scary.
Before we go any further, what is a Becky or a Karen? In general, it's a pejorative term, mostly used for describing an entitled white woman. The worst of the Karens use their societal privilege to oppress people of color, most commonly calling a manager, or worse, calling the cops.
There is an African-American man. I am in Central Park. He is recording me and threatening myself and my dog. Please send
that dog, like, why don't you just stick the dog on him? He looks like he wants to do something. Chloe Gresham Goolsby, $5 super chat. If we are going this strong this early, I'm afraid we aren't going to make it. Big Helio, $2 super chat. Becky off her meds again. They use their societal privilege to oppress. Like, yeah, this isn't oppression. Sorry, but it isn't. Oh, we're at a dog park and this white woman is like, yeah, he filmed the whole thing, and I think didn't he come out the winner in this situation? So who is oppressing who here? Like, what's the oppression? No, it's just a really shitty fucking circumstance.
the cops.
Illegally selling water without a permit?
On my property.
It's not your property.
Hi, I'm asking you if this is your property.
You're accusing me of a crime, correct?
I am. And these chicks are no different from the other two. They all got these witchy appearances. They're all dry pussies. They dry as hell. They need a good fucking. They want a good fucking from a white man, and that's basically all it is. That's all it is.
I'm not a racist person.
You just made a racist comment.
You need to go home.
You don't know what a signal is?
You need to go home. This fucking this music behind it. You need to go home. She's like, these are all the wives of every like white supervillain from an 80s action film. Every one of them. These are all their wives compiled into this video. Oh god.
China, they have signal lights.
I hear you have a problem with these gentlemen having a barbecue here at the lake.
Why are you taking the posters down?
Because all lives matter.
No, she is crazy.
You're crazy.
I'm absolutely crazy.
Yaman, £2 super chat. You know full well why that dog's trying to run. Oh,
The
yeah.
law says I can't kill the.
La la la, la 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 la. I love you too. You fucking bitch. Get out of here, man. I'm gonna call 911.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you either. I'm being.
Are you seeing this as oppression? It's like, yeah, you got a really charmed life if like this is the worst it gets for you.
Man into the ramble. Please send the cops immediately.
on your reservation. Nasty Mexican dog. Nasty Mexican dog. Don't bless me.
I don't care about your Facebook or your video. I play games where you get fucked to death.
Yeah, I'm telling you, these are all the wives of 80s action villains.
The term has been criticized for being sexist, but what is more Karen-like behavior than being furious?
Yeah, the people say it's sexist are fucking dumb. Like, fuck them.
For being called a Karen. Either way, there is one good thing that the term has produced. For white women, it has raised awareness about the intersection of race and gender and how that plays out in the society every single day.
In 2019, filmmakers reached out to Denver area residents, Denver, not Texas, not nowhere in the South, just Denver area, fucking Denver, seeking white women willing to have an honest on-camera conversation about race in America. Denver. Excuse me.
Race, it's an urgent issue, although it's one of those issues that, is anybody ever going to come to the same place?
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Like, this is some Ari Aster shit. Some horror movie shit. Joe Vinny the Hyena, $2 super chat. They'll call it sexist if they would call it sexist if they were called Karen. Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. 3 Paragon, $5 super chat. JLongbone, welcome back. It's good to be back.
What's up, Lori?
Hey, Lori. Nice to meet you. Jackie, nice to meet you. Thank you all. Thank you for being here this evening. We want to have a conversation that we believe is very important. And one of the reasons why the United States can't really move forward is because...
Why do we need to move any more forward than we've already moved? Like, it's fucking hilarious to me. The arrogance of people like this is like, there are people who have already fought, died, bled, and risked their fucking freedom, and they're over for this fucking fight. They've done the work. It's done. The shit's already done. And to think that you have the arrogance and the ego to think, oh no, we need to do more. They didn't do enough. We need to step in and do some more shit. Only we can get it done. Fuck off. To think that, oh, we're not done yet. We need to come in and finish the job. Like, get the fuck out of here. That's why I hate him the most. It's like, yeah, we're done. We did it. We did it. We were good for a while, and then y'all decided that no, there's more to do, and guilted people into thinking there was more to do when there wasn't. Oogly boogly, $2.99 super chat. This looks like the game Clue, to be honest. Gustav Markovic, $5 super chat. She's back calling out the crazies. Love you, Jay. Oh, thank you. And thank you for that fan art you sent me. It's like, still, it's really good. I need to find a better place to hang it, though, to be honest. Bailey Lenore, MOK is rolling in his grave. I know. Red Rose Spark, my top worry in America is sex trafficking, not Karens. Yeah. Mary Winchester, white women. Yeah, like I said, just the arrogance is like, just pisses me off. Like, we're not done yet. No, we're done. We were done already. In the late 90s, we were fucking done. It was all good. Then 9/11 happened and ruined everything. I can't explain why that is. I would need to really sit down and research that, but like, I genuinely think that 911 is the reason for all this overly sensitive, like backwards shit that's been going on. Like, there's certain shit that just ties into things now. Like, I can't explain it. Well, that's another day.
Because we can never have the conversation about race.
My name is Syra Rao. Thank you all so much for coming. Like Regina said, we have this elephant in the room that's killing us all. White supremacy and racism is bad for everyone.
No shit. Like I said, we've already agreed on this a while ago, a long time ago.
Including white people. I think we have a window right now, and you all are the key. White women are the key. You have more power than you'll ever know. In this time and place, if you all can...
Yeah, you guys have the power, but we invited you to come to our social beratement experiment that we have put together. Does that make sense? That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Join us and join our sisterhood, the world changes. That's why I'm here, because it all starts with conversation. So thank you sincerely for being here, because it's not an easy conversation and you didn't have to be here, you chose to be here. I'd love if everyone could just go around the table and briefly introduce yourselves, say a little bit about yourselves and why you're here.
I have 2 young children, and it's important for me that they grow up colorblind, right?
I'm an artist and a barista.
I love how she was colorblind.
And I learned about this through Syra, through your Facebook. The reason I'm here is because I've always thought of myself as being like kind of woke. And I mean, you know, my best friend is Mexican, my partner is biracial. We have these conversations all the time.
You should not identify as woke. And yeah, look at her, just seething. She's so thin and white and pretty. She gets to fuck a white man every day, and I'm stuck with Hari the snake handler. Oh, she hates him so much. She hates herself. She hates everything. Oh, it's unfortunate.
But then through following your posts and interacting on your posts, I realized I'm not doing that great. And I feel like there's a racist white man living in my brain, and it's my dad's voice.
I'm a descendant of slave traders who believes very strongly in telling ugly history.
You kind of look like a descendant of slave traders. I'm not even gonna lie.
It's an honor to be here, and I'm willing and wanting to get uncomfortable because I think that's what we need.
Which means her family was probably wealthy, by the way.
To do.
Thanks, Holly.
Thank you.
Absolutely right.
I'm half Mexican, half white, and my family has every shade under the sun in it. So
then why the fuck are you even here? Why are you here? You're biracial. Get the fuck out of here. You paid for this shit? You moron. You got duped into this knowing damn well you were biracial? Get the hell out of here.
for me, race has never really been a thing.
Hi, Hazel. Do you believe that this is such an important conversation? Especially because I do have 2 children that are young, that it's on us to do better, to do more.
My kids are biracial, so my husband is Hispanic and white, and I don't see color. I don't see, so how she said, I'm blinded to color. Like, it doesn't faze me at all. When we bleed red.
I'm here tonight because I'm confused. I watched my son feel victimized. He felt that because he was a white male, that he was a victim of reverse racism.
I mean, it's not reverse racism. Of course, it's silly because reverse racism is not a thing. It's just racism. It doesn't go like only one way. So yeah, it's just racism. So yeah, it was silly what she just said.
All human. We all have a light, a heart shining within us that needs to be seen. We all need to be a little bit better and just
Who the fuck is that? Is that like a black servant behind them? Is that what I'm seeing? I forgot YouTube has this thing now where you can pull up and like do more precise. Oh, it's not working though. What the fuck? Oh, wait, there it goes.
We're all human. We all have a light, a heart shining within us that needs to be seen. We all need to be a little bit better. And
yeah, that's a black servant in the background. That's a black worker in the background. Couldn't find any white women to work under you, huh? Trash.
Recognize the love in each and every one of us.
Every single dinner, without fail, we've got like the woke wars. And so it really is this like being wedded to how not racist you are, but it's a start. It's a start, and you've got to start somewhere.
One of the things we know is that you cannot change what you don't acknowledge. So we're here to help you acknowledge some things and to try and work on changing some things.
I think they just did acknowledge some things. Like, what else is there to acknowledge?
So I've heard this a couple times already. Colorblind and you don't see color. And I'm just going to drop the bomb here. That's white supremacy.
Yeah, oh yeah, that makes sense. All those white supremacists who hung us from fucking trees and shit, they certainly were not seeing any color. You know, like when they made up specific slurs to call us to define our race, it's because they didn't see race. This makes sense, right? It makes perfect sense. When they wanted to put laws in place to subjugate us because of our skin color. It's because they couldn't see our skin color. Because that makes sense. It makes perfect fucking sense. In this rabbit-ass mind of hers, and her drunk-ass mind, that makes perfect sense. It makes sense. Like, this is how you know. This is how you know someone is fucking nuts. Like crazy. Don't go near them. Fuck them.
Colorblindness is white supremacy. You even said, I don't see the color of anyone's skin because when we cut ourselves open, we all bleed red. So you acknowledge that you see the red. How can you not?
Wait! Bitch, are you taking this shit like that's me right now? Are you taking that shit literally? It's fucking supposed to be metaphorical. You can see the red in my blood. Are you autistic? You can see the red in my blood, but not my skin color? Because blood isn't a skin color. It's supposed to mean that I see you for what's in the inside and not what's the outside. That's basically what's being said. You fucking mental midget. You fucking retard. That's what that means. Yeah, this is me. This is my... Hold on. I'm gonna let the... What? Yeah, this is me. Right here. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? You actually took that literally? Master Chuddy, $10 super chat. Why would you willingly pay? Why would you pay willingly to take such disrespect? The food can't be that good. You want to better yourself? Go outside. You want to be better? Go outside and talk to people. Have a conversation with real people, not some Facebook influencers. True. Officer Buck to Drussel, $5 super chat. How are you colorblind and a racial supremacist? I'm a supremacist, but fuck if I know what for. Ugh.
See the color of our skin.
Like that's like clearly like that saying is differentiating skin color from a biological color. Like, yeah, the color of blood is much more important than skin color because skin color is, of course, skin deep. And what matters is, like, up in the bones and the biology of a motherfucker, what's inside of your ass. That's what is, God, you were fucking stupid.
Because to me, I mean, my husband's Hispanic. I've dated every race. It doesn't, to me, I see inside. I see your love, your morals, your values. I see what we have in common, like my husband.
Oh God, I wish I had been up in that motherfucker. Like, I don't know how much this shit would cost, but if I had enough money, like if I was wealthy enough, I would definitely pay just to talk some mad shit.
And we enjoy doing things together, like the different things I don't see.
Maybe like your experience in the world is different than theirs.
Yeah.
You walk through,
and you know some of these hoes are gonna like fight or like they're gonna work really hard to get the approval of these two ghouls.
The world with a different experience because you are a white woman.
What is the number one thing that white women feel the desperate need to be?
Oh, how the fuck would I know? I don't know the whole white female demographic. What the fuck? But drenched in pumpkin spice lattes, probably. Just bathed in it. That's all I can come up with. Because otherwise, you can't fucking predict what one race wants.
Over.
Like, some people have tried that, and they got it really wrong.
And above everything else. Need to be over and above everything else.
Yeah, I mean, like, you got hurt in high school. Somebody called you a fucking curry goat. You look like a curry goat, bitch. And then you got really offended. You haven't let it go since. You have not. Some people who get bullied in high school, they never let it go. And, like, this is a product of that. 3 Paragon, $5 super chat. They got some total beans and cornbread payroll department level racism. Gambam07, they got called Apu. Yeah, you got called female Apu, girl Apu, or girl poo. And you never let it go. That's what this is.
Nice. White women feel the desperate need to be nice. It's white women's niceness that is killing us all.
It's white women's niceness that's killing us all. But according to you, they're not nice. What are you talking about? I saw that fucking montage. You think that I just completely ignored that opening montage you just played? They want to be nice. Actually, that's basically all women. They want to be, or they want to be perceived as nice. And it, like I said, it's the same way of thinking behind this shit. You can't just say I'm a racist, or just having self-awareness and say I'm a racist. I just really don't like white women because I've had bad experience with them. You can't just fucking admit that, because that doesn't make you look like a nice girl. It doesn't make you look like an intelligent, serene, it doesn't make you look like a calm, serene, and it doesn't make you look nurturing as a woman. So what you do is you say, no, these white women have a problem. It's not me. I'm just trying to help people. Because you can't let that shit go. I have to be seen as nice. I have to be seen as a good person. Otherwise I'll go fucking insane. No accountability. No.
And so what does nice mean for white women? It means smiling.
White women smiling is why we got all the problems. Their full-toothed grins. That's destroying us all.
It means being polite. It means not calling out oppression when it happens.
When you say you're colorblind, you erase us.
No.
But
hey, you know who else says shit like this? Hari Kondabolu, who also happens to be Indian. I'm just seeing a pattern with this shit. Like, what the fuck?
You're not being defensive as well. I don't. We're all women.
Somebody said some shit.
Erase us.
But you're not being defensive as well. I don't.
We're all women. Sharing our truth,
and I'm sharing my truth too. I mean, that to me is. To me is saying
we need to educate ourselves so much because.
Bitch, just because your ancestors were slave drivers doesn't make, like, my ancestors weren't slave drivers because I ain't got to say shit. I don't have to own up to shit. Bitch, you got some shit to answer for. Your ancestors were slave drivers. I mean, like, I don't really think you do need to own up to that because you weren't a part of it, but still. If anything, if there's anyone who needs to learn anything at this table, it's probably you. You're probably more of a chance. There's more of an excuse to educate you on some shit. I'm just saying. Joe Vinny the Hyena, $2 super chat, and they said women aren't funny.
Because we have no idea.
Is that what this conversation is about? Some education?
And plus, like, these white women, like, identify as woke and leftist and all this shit. So it's like, what are you educating? They're just gonna fucking mindlessly agree with you most of the time. So yeah, this is just a session, like a bullying session. That's all this fucking is.
Change requires pain.
Ooh, that face. Oh, get a load of this. Hang on. Okay. Ow! That is horrifying. That is the most horrifying goddamn thing I've ever seen. I had to cap that. Oh, boy. Change involves pain. Pain. This bitch. Oh. I'm sorry a white man hasn't face fucked you, but Jesus Christ. I understand why they don't.
Change requires pain.
That line with that face is perfect. It's perfect. Oh, someone in chat says John Smith said Jeepers Creepers in the hood. Desperado VA, change requires pain. Definitely not a cult leader. Mr. Cellumore, I think. Sorry if I'm saying that wrong. $7.99 super chat. These girls think that your ancestry being slaves means you deserve more. Would they have the same opinion about Australians? Probably not. But then again, don't they simp for Australia? Leftists, don't they do that all the time? SBO girl, she looks so sinister. What the fuck is? Oh, I'm glad I capped that when I did. Jesus Christ.
Most people will not change until they have what I call a significant emotional event.
A significant emotional event. You know what that means? That sounds creepy as hell. We have to emotionally berate people so they'll change. Oh. Mr. N 199 super chat. Bunty King. Oh yeah, he's another one. I forgot. That's right, because didn't he say some shit about him I'm not Indian, I'm Canadian or some horse shit. I don't know. Dr. Dipshit's House of Memes. Put it back in the crypt. Zach Polito, you with the cult? Oh, that's another face. Yep, that's me throughout this whole thing.
And I also want to lay a couple of other things down. You've mentioned it and you've mentioned it. Being married to a black person or a brown person, having brown or black children does not make you impervious to racism. You cannot, frankly, fuck your way out of racism.
I tried it. It doesn't work. I mean, I want to try it because white men won't fuck me. They never have. They never wanted to. Oh, that's a face too. But yeah, she like if someone offered her a white man to fuck her way out of being racist towards white people, she would take it immediately because that's what this is all about. She wants that white dick. She values white dick over anything.
Let me ask you a question. How many of you would trade places with a black person in this society? Raise your hand.
Which society? I know you mean like this one, like this current one in this current time, but which one? Which country? This country, the UK, like anywhere in Europe, Africa, where? The fuck, like, be specific. Be specific. Because that question on her end is very racist. Because you're making the assumption that black people, because like she's trying to trap them. At least she thinks she is. Like, oh yeah, you wouldn't change places with me. Like, so your experience is just the same as any other fucking black person then. It's not. A black person with money or well known in the media or like is not gonna get treated the same as some random ass nigga in the hood at the wrong place at the wrong time. Please. Get the fuck out of here. Oprah would not be treated the same as Breonna Taylor or somebody. It's just not happening. Please. No. You got too much money to be treated that way. So, like, yeah, when you ask that question, like, would you trade places? When you ask a white person or any person, would you trade places with a black person? You wouldn't trade places with a black person in the society. It depends. Are we talking LeBron or some guy who named his kid LeBron? What are we talking about? Who are we talking about? You don't differentiate between different types of black people. You just say, oh, you would trade places with a black person because you think they're all the fucking same. And they have all the same background. They do all the same shit. And they're all in the same environment. So yeah, that's racism on your part. But like I said, I'm not surprised by this. There's just a bunch of two self-hating fucking click-clacks. Black superwoman. I'd change places with Obama. Yeah. Like, imagine getting to the fucking White House, coming in with barely any money and coming out with like $50 million. I like that. Give it to me, baby. 3 Paragon, $5 super chat. Just because you crave Hershey's don't mean you deserve the recipe. It's pretty good. Mary Winchester. What about Morgan Freeman? Well, he's kind of old. Because there's certain things you have to factor in. Like, what about age? Age, bank account, background. You're not going to take those into a fucking count? Just the fact that they're black? Yeah, that's racism from you. Like, you really think you got a motherfucker. Like, anyone who's smart enough. That's why they targeted these women and not conservative or moderate women or libertarian women. Because they wouldn't tolerate this shit. They'd be like, well, okay, but what are we talking about? What society? In the U.S. or just anywhere? What are we talking about? Like, rich, poor? What? What are we talking about? Ministry of Wrongthink, $4.99 super chat. Am I the only one who thinks they sound patronizing and bragging about how racist they are? Yeah. I mean, you're not the only one. I'm agreeing with. Yeah, they definitely sound like that. Dipshits, the Dr. Dipshits House of Memes. They talk about white people being racist for being white, but never the Africans racist against other Africans for not being the right kind of Africans. Yeah. Actually, that does exist. Like I said, they have a very black and white view of the world. The world is the US. No other black people who are successful and do have power don't count as black people. You're only black if they can use you as a tool. You got to be like a fucking vagrant and black at the same time for them to like even acknowledge your existence, basically. And even then, it's like just to use you in shit like this. Like, it's very racist that you assume that everyone will say no. Because by default, black people are just so, oh, this is undesirable. Ew, gross.
I don't know the answer to that.
Well, that's the right answer. I don't know the answer to that. I don't know, because I don't know what the fuck you asking me. What are you asking me?
It's yes or no. How many?
No, it's not yes or no, bitch. You gotta refine that.
Of you would do it.
I know I would.
I mean, I dated a Hispanic, very dark.
No.
What kind of black person are we talking about?
I'm talking about Hispanic. The question is
that I was going to have children. So I spent many years thinking of myself of having very dark-skinned children.
Okay, that was weird. What the fuck?
The question is, how many of you would be willing to trade places in this society with a black person?
I think I would.
Absolutely.
No.
Okay.
I'm not saying there's not racism. Absolutely not. It's just saying I don't see it.
Yeah, but you know how racist this country is.
Not to the degree that you do.
Oh, no, you...
Yep. Because now you got people starting to talk out yeah, not to the degree that you think, bitch. Evil Hero Diamond Cat $5 super chat. Yes or no? Would you swap your Shadowverse account with a black man? How did this meme even happen? I don't understand. Is this something you only do with me, or do you do this with other people?
We'll never know. You know, in this country, we created the criminalization of black people.
We're not the only country who did that. We're not the only country that did that. Or like criminalize any color. We're not the only country that did that. I don't know where the fuck you get your information from.
As seen as a weapon, you're never unarmed. And that's why black boys and men and women are dying in the street.
I only like to acknowledge black men. What is the girls on Twitter call it? Like the black chicks on Twitter call it bullet bags. whenever they talk shit about black dudes. God forbid a black dude even have any kind of individuality on Twitter. Then you got some bitch coming out of nowhere talking about, all right, bullet bag. She's that chick. Like, she only gives a shit when it's used against chicks like this.
With their hands up.
Like, what neighborhood do you fucking live in where that's common? I don't think you live in any fucking neighborhood where that's happened.
I was born in 1950, and everything was in black and white. I am myself now almost 70.
She was demonic even back then. Look at that. Look at that picture. Like, oh yeah, white women. She saw a white woman pass as they were taking a picture.
4 generations out of slavery, and that should tell you something. Tells me that you have not gotten over the racial trauma that you've experienced, and instead of dealing with it, you make it everyone else's fucking problem. That's what it means. I'm a mother. I have 2 adult children. I have 4 grandchildren, 11 siblings, and each of them.
Some of these kids look a little on the light side. Oh, y'all been mixing? You been mixing? You been out here swirling and shit? You allowed that? Because who is this kid? And who is this? Well, that's probably a friend, but who is this? I don't know.
Has children.
Looks a little cinnamony.
So this work is so important to me. The more you think about white privilege and racism.
Yeah, please get a shot of me holding my granddaughter ? Hands. Even though, like, I would, even though as soon as she grows up and grows breasts, I'm gonna hate her because she'll take another white man away from me. As soon as she hits puberty, I'm gonna hate this bitch. But right now, show us holding hands.
The more you get why white people don't want to talk about it, they just want to be in denial. I don't think as a black person, I have the luxury of sitting around and doing nothing.
You're sitting around doing nothing in this video. You're sitting around in your fucking, I don't even know what that is. Your little hammock chair in your nice little neighborhood, just frolicking around like nothing, like nothing's wrong. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? In your nice little crib, get the fuck out of here. Like, you ain't dodging bullets. Don't live in Detroit. You don't even live in Philadelphia. What the fuck? Mackie Sky, $2 super chat. Why aren't you sharing the chocolate with the vanilla? Why are you sharing? Haterator. I think that's what that says. Oh god, sometimes I get a little confused. Haterator. She is privileged. Yeah, she is. Like, how dare you show yourself living this fucking good, living better than most people right now, and say, oh, I'm oppressed, white people don't understand me. Yay, I'm swinging in my hammock. Look at my huge backyard. Joe Vinny the hyena, $2 super chat. They just want people to be as miserable as they are. Yeah. Busnut 33. Her proper language suggests she lived a rich, spoiled life.
Because the lives of my grandchildren and my children depend on me being active in this space. We have
Also, what black man fucked you? I mean, ugh.
to be in this because our life depends on it. We have one rule, and that is if you're going to cry, leave the table and go into the living room there.
It's right there.
And there's some Kleenex and whatever you need. Does anybody know why we would have that rule?
Because the suffering of others is disgusting. We have no empathy. And when the empathy might be provoked, we just kind of like want to not be around it, you know? We hate you. We're racist and we really hate white women. You've taken so many boyfriends from us. 3 Paragon, $5 super chat. She running a Karen plantation. Chekhov's antlers. My white woman tears.
Because this is about white supremacy and not our personal feelings, right?
If it's not about their personal feelings, why is this even a thing?
And when a white woman starts crying, what happens?
They cry. What the fuck? There's no cops here for them to emotionally manipulate. Who the fuck? So what is that even a rule for? Unless they want them to call the cops on you, like why? Who cares?
All the attention is to the woman.
Yeah. All the attention. So that's the only.
I want all the attention on me. A fucking leathery old crone.
Only rule that we have.
Does anyone want to cry right now? No? Okay, all right.
She seemed very disappointed by it. So no one wants to cry? Like, we're just not being evil enough, I guess. I guess we're just gonna have to ramp it the fuck up. Buckle the fuck up, white bitches.
So I want a show of hands of everyone at this table who is racist.
Of course, gonna be guilted into saying that shit. They're vying for your attention, which is what you want, by the way. They're vying for your approval. That's the end game, because they're so fucking insecure as human beings.
I want to cry. So I can't sit here?
You gotta go. Sorry, sis.
Okay, I'm gonna hold it in.
Okay.
I love how she's the Indian woman is raising her hand because she like a little bit of self-awareness, but I bet she's not acknowledging her racism against white people. She's probably gonna say, a black person walked past me, and instead of like licking their feet, I kind of just like clutch my purse.
I want to cry. So I can't sit here?
You gotta go. Sorry, sis.
Yeah, they both just get off on the fact they have power over these fucking people. That's basically all this is. You gave us your money, and now you're gonna do whatever we want because you're so embroiled, you're so immersed with white guilt that you're gonna do anything we want.
Okay, I'm gonna hold it in.
Okay. So I saw a couple people surprised that I raised my hand. When I said that I was racist, I am racist against black people.
Did I call it? I called that shit. Oh. So she's racist against black people. Why is she even hanging out with this bitch? That's fucking hilarious. I'm racist against black people. Oh, well, bye, bitch. I would just walk. Yeah, but I would walk the fuck out at that point. Well, I don't know. I'm not going to be in the same room with someone who hates black people. Bye. If you had said white people, I would have pulled a whole troll on this motherfucker. I'd been like, if I was one of these white chicks in here, I would be like, I can't be in the same room who's racist against black people. Sorry. Bye.
When I said that I was racist, I am racist.
Well, John Smith, $2 super chat. Longstradamus.
Against black people. So it's institutional. Indians are institutionally racist.
What I tell you about that self-hatred? Yep. That explains some shit.
Against black people. Deconstructing Karen is dismantling your own white supremacy.
I think news, we could all agree, makes things worse than when we were younger and our age, right?
No, that's not true. How does the news make things worse?
Because like when I was younger, the things that were shown were not shown when I was younger.
But I feel like it's more rampant now. People have a free pass to just go and be their white supremacist self on display because there's a free pass for it, in my opinion. I mean, given our current political climate and the leader of our country.
When I was in Charleston, South Carolina last summer, I get into my Lyft, and the guy turned around and looked at me.
Bogdan the Lurker, $5 super chat. Pretty sure this has been said, but if it hasn't, I'll say it now. This is a fucking struggle session. Disgusting. Yeah.
And he said, lady, he goes, I hate to have to say this to you, but if I get pulled over, you're just another black woman, and he's black. And he said, put your hands up, do as they say, do not make any trouble.
He actually told you that.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, that totally happened. It was totally real. Like why would I make that up? Why would I make that up for this specific fucking this specific dinner? I'm not emotionally manipulative like I've been so far. That totally happened. It happened.
God. Of course.
Also, you do not look like a black woman in the slightest. So that brother must have been fucking blind or stupid. Just say you're black. Like, no one would believe that, though. Nobody would fucking believe that.
To protect her.
To protect him and to protect me.
Where were you?
That's the life he lives.
And
that's his reality.
But that's
insane.
But
that's his reality, whether it's insane or not.
No, I'm not saying he's insane. I'm saying
I get it.
Insane.
But what we're saying is, this is America.
This is America, when I can live in a big ass house and create a fucking documentary that no one has tried to censor. Ministry of Wrong Thing 499 super chat right there. She's racist, not because of what she does, believes, but because she herself is part of a specific race, literal racism. This is America. Yeah, where I have, like I said, where I have cultivated a fucking lifestyle where I am comfortable and I can make documentaries. This is America.
I want to ask also to stop acting shocked. So part of white
I'm shocked because that doesn't even sound like a believable fucking story.
Feminism is acting so surprised when we tell you.
But it is. Why are you telling us not to act the way that we act?
Like, I would fucking show up and just troll. Like, I think I'm surprised because it sounds like a fake ass story. You sound like some bitch on Twitter making shit up for attention.
Acting so surprised when we tell you.
But it is. Why are you telling us not to act the way that we act if it is surprising?
Because
to me, that is surprising.
That upholds white supremacy. So what I'm saying, I'm asking all of you that when we express to you, and I'm not just talking about Regina and I, because when this dinner is over, like, this is a blip, right? You go back into the world. And when people of color trust you enough to tell you their story, believe us without expressing shock, because when you express shock,
it's more not shock, it's confusion. It's like, that sounds fake. She kind of had to look on her face like, yeah, that sounds fucking fake.
It pushes you away from the blame.
Like, yeah, what happened in that car with that really real story that happened in that taxi or that Lyft that I drove, that's because of you. That's your fault. Like, yeah, they're buying it less and less.
I'm very angry because I don't look at that.
I was born in 1950. You know what?
Nobody gives a shit. Get over it. You don't live in 1950 anymore. Like, the world has moved on and you have not. That's your fucking problem. And this bitch. It's like, yeah. Like Red, I was born in 1950. It's like, bitch, why does that matter? Why does that matter? It sounds like she was in the middle of saying that shit. Why does that matter?
I expect of white women, not a damn thing.
I don't expect anything from white women. That's why I expected them to come here and listen to me rant about this shit and to change their behavior based on my bitterness. I don't expect nothing. Like, yeah, now she's going off because they're not buying her shit.
Nothing. I expect nothing of you because you have never given me anything. I can't trust you, okay?
But how can we come together when you say something like, I will never trust a white woman? If we had a really heart-to-heart talk.
Yeah, I like her. The other ones are just fucking like just going along with the shit. I mean, yeah, I think like behind their subservience to them, like, yeah, like they secretly know this is bullshit, but they're not gonna say it out loud. She's the only one who's kind of saying, yeah, you're full of shit. You're full of shit. You sound like you're full of bullshit. I'm sorry.
You said you would never trust me?
Well, I would have to see.
But out of all your years in life, you've never trusted a white woman.
Well, let me put it this way.
You've had to have trusted a white woman at some point with that big ass house of yours and the life you've cultivated. You're full, like, oh, I've never had to trust a white woman. No, you're just, no, bullshit. Just bullshit. Farrah Rose Smith, $5 super chat. You have never given me anything except bank loans. Possibly bank loans. 3 Paragon, $5 super chat sponsored by Goop Labs.
The ones I have trusted have come back to
Disappoint
me. Yeah.
That's sad.
Yeah.
It's interesting to me that, Marnie, that when Regina's talking about her feelings and how she doesn't trust white women, instead of saying, my God, well, how can, like, why? Like,
thought you said you didn't want them to be shocked. That sounds like shock to me. Make up your fucking mind.
Me? That's what you said. Would you trust me? What if we had a heart-to-heart conversation?
It's not what she didn't say. What about me? She said, like, what the fuck? You don't make it make sense. Like, what do you mean by that? That's what she's asking. It's not what about me.
Why are your feelings so hurt?
Because you're calling people racist after they've given you money, by the way.
Both of you, though, has been about...
It's like a hate against us. Like, I feel like it's like...
It's been very aggressive.
That really, like, hurts me that somebody would not...
But why are your feelings more important than the reality of the violence of our lives? Imagine if your husband beats you.
Why are my feelings... Because they had nothing to do with it, dumbass.
And you confront him. Would you go and massage his back while you're confronting him? Or would you actually be...
These white women have abused us. I mean, they paid us $2,000 a pop for this. We depend on these white women's money, and they just come in here and not want to be called racist? They not want to be demonized? What the fuck?
I'm really angry and hurt that he's been beating you. But that's where we come to when you've been a victim of abuse and white women have abused us our whole lives. Why do we have to hold your hand? Can't we just tell you, hey, you guys have hurt us? This is
how have these women specifically hurt you? It's fucking makes sense.
what you've done. Now make it right.
I know.
You paid us a couple $1,000s. You hurt us. You hurt our wallets. They're so fucking fat now. They have diabetes. How fucking dare you? Oh my god, my wallet has collapsed arteries now.
Syra. And when she says she doesn't trust white women, and I consider her a friend of mine, I also understand why she doesn't trust me. I don't take that personally. And
because you're a fucking robot.
I'm asking a question on what could you do?
You have no sense of self. Your sense of self is based on how someone else feels, about how some fucking psycho feels about you. That's your personal issue.
Because as a white woman, I mean, I guess it's not like...
we have a lot of work to do. We have so much work to do, and so I don't take it personally because I understand that like that is her life.
But to say you're your friend, but she doesn't trust you is also a hard thing for me to accept. The same. This is my friend, but she does not trust me.
And also, why on earth is it about you?
Because you're making it about her. Because you're saying you can't trust her, that you don't like her based on some shit that other people have done to you. You're making it about her. She ain't making nothing about her. You're making it about her. The fuck you talking about?
And also, I want to come back to why would you say that we're spewing hate? We're telling you what it's...
Because you are?
Like to be...
Like, imagine if like, because there's whole ass fucking podcasts of like like of like black men or whoever, like just men in general, like just getting up like the trashiest, thottiest fucking whores on their podcast and making them say and letting them act like thotty, trashy ass whores, just so they can demonize all women. This ain't no fucking different from that. Don't you understand that these fucking bitches didn't let me do back shots? And these bitches never let me do back shots, and all you whores are fucking responsible for it. What do you bring to the table, bitch? What do you bring to the table, Snow Bunny? What do you bring to the table for the black race? Besides your pussy. And Anatard, Lord of Derps, $5 super chat. I like how they have to ambiguate their individual position to try to capitalize on others who aren't as well off in order to racially abuse them. Excuse me, Desperado VA, a racist towards black people could make the exact same argument they are. Fuck. Yeah, true. Steelworks, okay, but there's no proof of anything they're saying. Yeah, because they probably, I bet money that the black chick, I don't know if she was born well off, but the Indian chick was probably born well off. I'm betting on it. Or well off enough to where, like, what do you go through? Probably nothing. Probably nothing. I bet you her parents probably made bank and had like comfortable lives when she was a kid. I bet money. Cynic, that's a toxic relation with the gaslighting from the start. August oxymoron, why are you saying we're spewing hate? We're only telling you that you're abusing us, so we don't trust you based on the color of your skin. Aria, oh my god, I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing it. They both have net worths of over $1 million. Yeah, I bet they do. Hey, actually, hang on. Let me look that up to make sure. Just for ha-has. Yeah, because why not? Oh, hang on. Shit. Sometimes this phone annoys me. Okay, hang on a sec. Did I accidentally download someone's financial disclosure report? I downloaded Syra Rao's Congressional Financial Disclosure Report. And let's just say, yeah, she does have a lot of money. I don't know if I can show this on my stream, but yeah, these are her assets. It basically sums up her assets in 2018. It's a lot of fucking money. A lot. Some assets are worth up to like $1 million to $5 million fucking dollars. Yeah, I don't know if it's like, no, it might not be her. I don't know. But she did work for like in or around Congress at one point around that time. And like, yeah, those are some, like, yeah, some of her assets go up to like $5 million. So yeah, I'm gonna do just like a little bit more sleuthing. I couldn't show that because I think that's a little too private, even though it is on Google. I want to be sure. Well, she spent $400,000, over $400,000, for a campaign against this other person named DeGette. $400,000, and then, I mean, you're spending $400,000 just to beat somebody in a political race. Yeah, you got money. You're rich. You're a rich person. Practical Pisces, $5 super chat. Are we helping you survive? I bet if that dark chocolate woman tried therapy, she would say it failed because the therapist was white. Yeah, there's a lot of people like that. Like those really bitter old black people who just can't let go of the racial trauma they experienced, which is like, yeah, you're sympathetic, but at the same time, it's like, the world's moved on, we've grown the fuck up, you have to do the same. That doesn't give you the right to be an asshole to everyone you meet. Sorry. I'm gonna say the same thing to any fucking white person who's experienced some shit. It's either here or some other country. Like, you don't get to discriminate just because you had some bad experiences. That's not how that works. And plus, you just take more and more sympathy away from you when you do that shit. Yeah, I already read that one. Wait. Okay, read that one too. All right. Dusty Molasses, $400,000. Yeah, she paid $400,000 to do something, you know, for some political thing. Back in 2018. So yeah, she's got money. She's definitely got money to burn. I mean, as we can tell with this. Anyway, let's get back to it.
Be us. And
not everybody, you don't have to look at my color of my skin saying I'm white to not trust me. Why don't you look past that I'm white and say she's a good person?
Because her entire life, we've never given her
that. Who gives a shit?
A reason to trust us.
Everything is not
white
people. Not all white people are bad.
Everything.
Not every white person is bad.
I think that part of what
I have this discussion with people that I know, friends, lawyers, everybody, and they'll say, well, Regina, you know.
If everyone's fucking telling you to stop being racist, maybe you should just stop being a fucking racist.
Good white people, and I'll go, well, lawyers, everybody, and they'll say, well, Regina, you know, there are some good white people, and I'll go, well, what have the good white people been doing for the last 450 years?
You are so fucking delusional. Well, maybe. I'm pretty sure the people who gave you that house, like who sold it to you, I mean, let's see, I'm sure you have an iPhone. Like you're not exempt from being a slave to Apple. Yeah, I'm sure you got an iPhone. So yeah, iPhones, the entire fucking concept of the phone, electricity, like just basically maybe every fucking electronic device you fucking use to make these shitty fucking documentaries. And I'm sure a lot of the opportunities that you've had over the fucking years have probably been like given to you, not handed to you, but given to you by white people, idiots. I mean, I'm just saying, don't you have a fucking white kid as a goddamn ward in your house? I don't know whose kid that is. But she's holding hands with the kid, with her little token white kid that she uses for photo ops. You see, I like white people because I like this prepubescent white child. She hasn't grown tits yet. She hasn't become like competition for me yet. So I don't hate her yet. I don't hate her yet. John Smith, $5 super chat. These women, we don't trust white women. Michael Jordan, I don't trust basketballs. Same logic. Why hate the thing that pays your mortgage? Oh, right. Anatard is 100% like abolishing slavery, marching against this racism, helping march and advocate against racism in generally over the past 100 and something years. Like, there's a lot of stuff. Oh yeah, Anatar, Lord of Derps, ending slavery globally, creating welfare, multiple decades of affirmative action. Those are things that disproportionately benefit Black people. What? She doesn't know anything about welfare, or she doesn't know shit about. You think she knows shit about welfare, or what was it again? Affirmative action? No, she got the house and the money already. She's good. She's not that Black person. She's one of those Black people who are ashamed of actually having success. That's partially. Yeah, she's got the racial trauma, allegedly. But she also doesn't like being a Black person with success. Like a lot of motherfuckers, famous Black people, hate having money, so they just play up all the racial shit. It's like, sit your fucking ass down somewhere, even yeah, you're Black, okay? You're still in America. We're past all that. Like, there's still racism, but we're past the institutionalized racism. We're past all that. And you still have lots and lots of money. And you're very well known in the world. So what's up? Who cares?
What have you been doing? Obviously, it's not enough because nothing has changed.
Nothing has changed in 250 years. Nothing. Slavery is still here in America. Black people are still, yeah, like the Black slave that they had walking out of frame from the kitchen. That's her slave. That was her slave. Her and the Indian chick.
When you're in discussions with white people about racism, they like to say, well, MLK changed the world and he did it with nonviolence. And my question to them is, well, if he changed the world, why are we still here 50 plus years after his death?
Here where, bitch? I mean, in your big ass house? Why are we still here? You're deluded, sweetie. Like, the grift can't be that good where you're actually deluded yourself into believing this. The money can't be that good. Like, see a fucking shrink. Let it be an Afrocentric shrink, but just fucking see one, honestly.
I just want you to get...
She's just eating. I'm eating and I'm getting the fuck. I would just fucking leave. Fuck that shit. You got my money anyway. Fuck it. I don't give a damn what you think about me after this. Bye. But yeah, she's hurrying up and eating so she can leave.
Clear. We're trying to tell you what it's like. People's feelings are hurt. We're spewing hate. So we are trying to tell you, and the first thing that a lot of you at this table have done has been this.
Yeah, because you're calling them all racist for something that some chick did to you in high school. Like, who gives... Yeah.
And I want you to sit with that. I just want you to sit with that. That's all.
Great, thank you.
All right, have a great day.
Okay.
Can I have some space right now? Yeah. Thanks, bud. We have a host that was like, you know, Genevieve, this is really important to me. And hey, that's one of Desmond's paper people. Drop it. Sorry, buddy. Here you go. This is like all day long losing my train of thought.
All these white children, they're gonna make me fucking go nuts! I'm gonna burn this house down! I will burn a Starbucks emblem on our lawn, Skylar, I swear to Christ.
Hey, is this Shannon and Diana? Yay!
I like Genevieve a lot.
Of course, she just leaves him alone with a goddamn tablet.
I think that she's extremely endearing and kind and really wants to do good. We need a white woman in that position because white women have to hear
wants to do well, not want to do good.
This from other white women.
And I'm from New York, and I can tell you from personal experience that
we have our own personal white slave. It's very enriching. For the first time, I've actually felt that rush of power that white men have had with... I get to treat her like shit, tell her to eat my shit after eating a very big curry meal. It's so great. It's awesome. Tyshawn McGee, $5 super chat. This is the mark of a grifter, ignoring history, and we know what happens when you ignore history. You are doomed to repeat it, yes. Phantom, I think, 001. But Jay, she's busy saving the world. Tiramisu crew. Okay. Where's the dad? You know where he is. He ain't nowhere to be found. He's like, I'm getting away from this bitch. Even if I gotta leave the kids, I'm leaving. 3 Paragon, $5 super chat. This is like starting over house racism edition.
we need it in New York.
We're not credible in some ways, and that, in a nutshell,
you're not credible because you're a fucking sociopath. No one takes people seriously who are racist sociopaths. That's why when what was that guy's name? That Bill, what was his name? Bill Duke, something Duke. That famous fucking white supremacist. That's why when he died, no one gave a shit. Because he's a fucking racist piece of shit. And when you die, no one will still give it. No, still that legacy will continue of people not giving a shit.
Well, is white supremacy.
Do we have a white person ban in this country right now? Do we have a white woman ban in this country right now? Do we have a Christian ban in this country right now?
No, but we also don't have a brown person ban in this country. But I'm sure she'll bring up, oh, but well, in the past we've had a ban of people of color. Not now. I mean, I can't really name it now. But we did in the past, which means you should suffer now. You should answer for that now.
Do we have a Jewish ban in this country? What ban do we have in this country right now?
Muslim.
We have a Muslim ban.
No, we don't. Like, the president made like a quick decision to keep Muslim immigrants out of the country for fear that certain terrorist factions will infiltrate their ranks and slip right on through, which is, it's a tough decision to fucking make. But like I said, if there was a country mostly white, like Russia, like no one talks about the fact that for a while, and still now though, that we were not fucking with Russians. There are people who say, I don't like Russians. Like, people on Twitter were just saying they don't like Russians for no other fucking reason than that the Ukraine was at war with them. That's it. Suddenly you got people saying, yeah, I never like Russians. Because people are so fucking cucked by other people. Abigail, we had a ban on some Muslim countries traveling here. Like, yeah, it was... Sentient DLDO, Muslim is not a race, you idiot. I have many white Muslim friends. Yeah, Muslim is a religion, not a race. So that's another thing. But yeah, the first thing is that it's like, yeah, it was done for a reason. Because we've always had terrorism perpetuated by people who happen to be Islamic terrorists, but we've never had a ban before until now. So it's like, why didn't we have them back then if America is so racist, even especially now? That's the thing. And plus, yeah, Muslim is not a race, it's a religion. But like, that's a manipulation. See, because they know people associate Muslim with brown. So it's kind of like, yeah, so even the assumption of tying in Muslim with the brown race is also in itself like racist. So like, yeah. So when she says she's racist, she's actually absolutely 100% right. But she's not going to take responsibility for the actual racism she actually has. Ministry of Wrong Think, $4.99 Super Chat. Got to grift that reparation H to cut out the hemorrhoids of racism
in this country.
Well, and it makes sense with what happened with my son, because the day before he got in the fight with the friend who was not a friend but was Muslim. The day before, I guess on the internet, it was Kill the Muslims Day.
Oh my God.
Which he didn't know about, I didn't know about, but the school knew about. So then when he got in a fight with a boy in his class who's Muslim that apparently had been going on for years.
Oh, that also sounds like a lie.
Of course, then my son...
Or a heavy exaggeration. The school knew about Kill Muslim Day. Okay, you're gonna have to explain a little bit more, but it sounds like horseshit.
It makes sense. The school would be hypersensitive. But as a mother, how do I explain that to my son? Like, I don't know what is the right thing to say to him.
So I'll tell you what. That's your privilege, and you're acknowledging it.
Of course.
To say I don't know how to talk to my son, he experienced in his mind, and in my mind he absolutely didn't, he experienced a tiny little fraction. My little 8-year-old boy, who's the sweetest little boy on the planet, his first week of school in the 2nd grade, a little white girl told him, your skin is disgusting, you don't belong in this school.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure that happened. Like everything out of her mouth is like a "that happened" thread. That happened. I really believe that happened. That you live in because I know for a damn fact that she probably lives in one of the most liberal fucking places that you could possibly live. And you're telling me, oh, and of course it was a white girl. It wasn't a white boy. It was a white girl. Because you gotta demonize white women in some way, shape, or form. It wasn't a white boy. It was a white girl.
A little white girl told him, your skin is disgusting. You don't belong in this school.
Well, how can we help our kids? How can we change it? Like, we have young children. What would you say? What do we do as parents with young children? How do we change this to not
acknowledging your racism and acknowledging your white privilege and having a conversation with your kids from the time that they were little. And step one, truly, and it seems easy, but right now we're seeing that it's not, is not getting fragile. And by fragile, not getting angry, not getting defensive, not getting upset, and believing us. Like, please.
No. Why should anyone fucking believe everything that you say without question? No. How about no?
Whenever you
because everything out of your mouth sounds fake as hell.
Do when you leave here, do not teach your kids to be colorblind. Do not talk about colorblindness. Don't say that I don't see the color.
Like that one kid who's apparently said that your kid's skin color was disgusting was clearly not colorblind at all. So what are you trying to say? Like, it's so fucking backwards. But they can't keep their fucking bullshit straight. Don't teach your kids how to be colorblind. Also, there's this one little fucking milky white bitch who called my son a dirty Indian and like said his skin color was nasty. But yeah, don't teach him how to be colorblind, by the way. Huh? What?
Skin and we cut ourselves open. It's bleeding red. The thing that really needs to happen, frankly, is white women need to come together. You guys need to come together, because until and unless you come together, there's no hope for us. And right now what's happening is white Democratic women are attacking white Republican women and vice versa. And you both are taking the moral high ground and you're all the same. I knew that Donald Trump was gonna win. The minute he started talking about Mexican rapists, I knew that was going to be a benefit, not a detriment.
They're bringing drugs. They're bringing crime.
Like, of course, she takes out the part. Of course, she like completely misinterprets what he fucking said. It's basically the same situation with the whole Muslim ban. Is that people, and this is that it actually fucking happened, that sex traffickers and all kinds of shitty people will infiltrate with people who just want to come here for a better life, and will infiltrate and either spread, like you said, spread drugs around or whatever. Like, that's been a common knowledge for a long time. Like, even other Latinos will tell you that. Even other fucking legal Latinos will fucking tell you that. Joe Vinny, the hyena, $5 super chat. Of course, Trump is going to be mentioned because, of course, they're unoriginal. Dusty Molasses, the cartel. Hello. Yeah, how the fuck do you think they get here? Yeah, like, but of course she is sheltered. She thinks she's not because she's poking at his race. Well, he's a white guy. He's saying these things. And, like, you're the one who acts shocked when people put facts right in front of you that, oh, yeah, there might be some people of color who might be bad people. And who might make other people look bad in doing so. There might be some bad people of color out there. And then she acts shocked. But, like, it's okay for you to act shocked by, like, clear fucking facts. And by the way the world is. Oh, it's okay for you to be sheltered. It's okay for you to do that. But, like, white women, oh, these white women, they're just so awfully, they don't get out much. Like, get the fuck out of here.
They're rapists. I am the least racist person.
Hang on.
They're bringing crime. They're rapists. I am the least.
For one thing, she made it seem like he said, they are rapists. What he said was, they're bringing crime, they're bringing... Oh my god, let me listen to the whole thing again. Shit.
A benefit, not a detriment.
They're bringing drugs. They're bringing crime.
They're rapists.
I am the...
Basically, he's saying they're bringing crime, they're rapists. He just didn't say they're bringing their rapists because that would sound stupid. No, he said they're bringing their rapists. Basically, Mexico is like, of course they're going to dump the undesirables in other people's fucking country. Like, who wouldn't do that, honestly? What government wouldn't be shady as fuck and just dump a whole bunch of fucking criminals into another country, along with people that they just don't want? Oh, we don't want the poors, we don't want these people, just put them here. Zach Polito, 199 super chat. Bro, I live on the border, and that's 100% true. No, Mr. Polito. Like, you don't know anything. I'm sorry, but the Indian woman who has $1 million net worth knows a lot more than you do. Who's never had any experience in these topics. She knows more than you. I'm sorry. It's just the way it is. You don't know shit. Dusty Molasses, why does she think a lot of Mexicans want to leave? Clearly because can't make a better life. I don't know, whatever. I don't know. something.
Least racist person in this room.
Are you racist?
I am the least racist person that...
I mean, yeah, that's bullshit. I'm not saying he's a full-blown fucking, like, racist, but, like, saying he's the least racist person. Anybody saying that would probably be full of shit.
You have ever met.
President Trump is not backing away from his stunningly racist attack on a group of minority members of Congress. Instead, he's trying to defend it.
They're not happy here. They can leave.
Why do we want these people?
Oh, that was the racist attack? Yeah, you just yada that shit.
He's trying to defend it.
They're not happy here. They can leave.
Why do we want these people from, quote, all these shithole countries here?
Yeah? Yeah? He's just saying the quiet part out loud. Like, Democrats say the same fucking shit. Why do you think they haven't fixed the border crisis? Like, they don't want these motherfuckers here, but they use them for votes. That's basically all that is. And then when the voting shit is over, they're like, no, you motherfuckers can't come here. You motherfuckers can't come here. Ministry of Wrong Thing, $4.99 super chat. When Mexico said, like, the problem is, like, if they were just honest from the beginning and just say, I don't think we won't need any more immigrants. We're done. We're all right. We're just done with that. If they were just honest and said that and just wouldn't just use them for votes whenever it's fucking convenient, maybe. Like, if they were just honest any fucking time and stop it with the big shiny smile bullshit, pretending like they're shit doesn't stink, they probably would get more fucking respect. Ministry of Wrong Think 499 super chat. When Mexico sends is the part everyone purposely leaves out. It entirely changes the statement. Yeah, I know. Totally takes out the fucking context. Evil Hero Diamond Cat, $2 super chat. Can't wait for the T-Man to save us. Joe Vinny the Hyena, $5 super chat. Even the people who live there will admit their home is shit.
What the hell is going on?
But what Donald Trump's presidency has done for me has completely taken the veil off of white liberals and white Democrats. And you're
I mean, that's true. They show their asses and show that, like, yeah, they do have like some racist spots that they've been fucking hiding from people. But like, she completely she doesn't get it. She doesn't get it at all. She tries to twist it like in her favor. She doesn't see the whole big picture at all. She doesn't understand any. She just hates all white women. It has nothing to do with white liberals. It has everything to do with white women. She was hurt by a white woman in the past and she wants revenge. That's what it is. That's all it fucking is.
Complicity in Donald Trump. So how many?
Yeah, white liberals they just love Donald Trump. They just let him get they let him get off on so many things. Like, get the fuck out of here. What world? Like I said, this is not due to anything that she's actually observed. This is because she is booty blasted, because she's either jealous of white. Like, it's a whole bunch of shit. Like, getting inside a woman's head when she's bitter. It's like, ugh. It's like rustling through like a decrepit swamp. There's so much shit everywhere. But it's a whole bunch of shit. It's like this toxic female mentality. She probably feels ugly compared to them. She probably had one of her men stolen by one of these bitches. Some shit happened to her when she was a kid, involving a white woman, and she has not gotten over that shit. Same with the other bitch.
In this room voted for Donald Trump. Okay. How many people did not vote for Donald Trump? The ones of us who did not vote for Donald Trump, do you think you're less racist than these two?
That's a weird judgment.
I think I'm more aware of my racism than those two.
That's pretty accurate.
Taylor Evans, $4.99 super chat, is approaching issues aggressively and pointing the finger really help create discussion. I'm genuinely curious on the validity. Some people in chat are saying they voted for Trump. Elijah Rue. Oh my god, I'm not good at pronouncing shit. I was gonna ask if Jay was on live chat or top chat. I'm on live chat.
The reason these conversations are hard is we've never had truth and reconciliation in this country. Let's take a step back. Based on the genocide of indigenous people.
Yeah, and keep in mind, like, two of those chicks voted for Trump. But like, their focus is back on the other bitches, even though they made sure they didn't vote for him because, oh, he's a mean old baddie. But their attention and their aggression is right back on the other chicks. You notice that? Because they're the weaker ones in the room. They just love picking on people who they deem weaker than them, which they are weaker than them. Well, in terms of who has the power in the room exactly, they're all a bunch of weak-minded fucking people, except for maybe the chubby chick next to the black chick. But yeah, they're all weak-minded people though.
The enslavement of Africans, so brown and black. Then the Chinese were brought in to build a railroad. And then, like, Asians like me, where my family was brought in to deal with science. And by the way, the Indians left India because the British committed genocide in India. It's literally whiteness has killed the brown and black world.
Yeah, you realize that black people did enslave black people and did sell other black people into slavery, right? You do know that. You do know that. And that other countries have committed atrocities against people of the same race as them. You do know this, right? And it's like to think that, oh, there's just all white people. You know, they're only like a speck, like they're only a speck of this shit, of like human atrocities. They're only involved in a speck of that shit. They don't even make up they don't even make up a quarter of that shit. Like, do you fucking hear yourself?
Donald Trump has not created racism. Donald Trump has shown us what it is.
One of the questions I have is...
Oh, wait. A sinister-looking kid. She thinks the Woman King was historically accurate. I bet you she loved that fucking shit. I kind of want to... I'm tempted to go to her Twitter and, like, search the Woman King to see what she felt about this shit.
Why is it that white people think they're the only Americans? That they think they're real Americans? And the rest of us are like pretend Americans. What is that about?
I think I have a little bit of a problem with the we versus I. I think that there is the big perpetual we, right? We white women for sure. But I think there's also we African Americans and we were slaves, right? And these things happen to us. That doesn't happen to everybody, right? I mean, and you, I understand. And I am here.
It happened to all African Americans. Yeah.
It didn't happen to you. And that doesn't happen to everybody, right? I mean, and you, I understand. And we were slaves, right? And these things happen to us. That doesn't happen to everybody, right? I mean, and you, I understand. And I am here.
It happened to all African Americans. Yeah.
It didn't happen to you.
Listen. Listen, one of the things that we know, one of the things, let me just say.
I have a lot of Native American history, and I don't take advantage of any of that.
Time out. Are you saying that black people, African Americans, descendants of slaves, are taking advantage of that?
The fuck? I must have accidentally muted my mic. What the fuck was that about? Anyway. But yes. Fucking yes. There are a lot of people who were taking advantage of that shit. I don't know how I muted my own mic. Like, because I got a little button that I can press to mute my own mic, and I don't understand. I don't remember touching it or even nudging it. It just happened. I don't know, whatever. Major Chris, $2 super chat. Jay, you're muted. I know. I fixed that problem. Shit. God, this thing scrolls too fast. Ministry of Wrong Think, 199 super chat. Unmute yourself, Jay. I don't know what happened. I don't even remember hitting this fucking button. Whatever. Do you think that black people taking advantage? Yes. Not all of them, of course. But if you ever advocated for fucking reparations, if you ever gone on and on about, oh, white people can't do this because we were slaves, you're taking advantage of it. You say that white people can't do something because your ancestors would, yeah, you're taking advantage of it. It's called emotional manipulation. Stop it. Stop fucking doing it.
American history, and I don't take advantage of any of that.
Time out. Are you saying that black people, African Americans, descendants of slaves, are taking advantage of that?
Yes, just like you're taking advantage of your ancestors being wiped out by the English. Like, you just mentioned that, like, you had some kind of part in that. You fucking didn't, bitch. You didn't. You didn't. You got no you have no idea. Like, I love how, like, you have no idea about what this happened to you. Well, Mr. NJ, you're muted when I super chat. I already unmuted myself. But anyway, like, yeah, you just did it when you're, oh, well, the English and Indians, like, you had no part in that. So shut the fuck up. I'm not gonna feel sorry for you for some shit that didn't happen to you.
You just said
That's not what I'm saying.
You just said that you have a lot of Native American and you don't take
I'm taking
advantage.
advantage of the government's.
You actually know that more white people are on welfare than black people, right? You know.
Okay, what's your point? But the only difference is that you don't have people speaking for them that, oh, well, they need to be on welfare. Their ancestors were this and this and that. They were abused. They need that welfare. I love how they have no aggression towards Democratic politicians who push this shit based on that phony ass racial trauma bullshit. But you got all this scorn for these random ass white women. You're not gonna try to make a fucking difference in Congress or in the political sphere, but you are gonna yell at random white women who paid you money to be here. You're not making a fucking difference. You're a bunch of miserable old eggless bitches. You're two miserable eggless old crones who've got nothing better to do and you probably needed to rebuild your deck. Anyway, Mr. N 199 super chat. Where are the Native Americans in this storyline? Nowhere. Moondoggy, there is more white people than black people percentage wise. So yes, more likely to have white people on welfare. Yeah, basically it's a numbers game. Jake Bobenreith, is this the sequel to the Karen movie? Cynic, lie, white people 38%, black people 39%. Bust nut 33, my deck broke me.
Know that, don't you?
Sure. Well, I don't know what that.
Well, what are you saying? I don't
I'm
understand.
In a racist statement, when people are, I feel like there's a lot of conversation where I constantly do feel like it is we, African American culture, bad things are happening to us, big picture we. And I do agree that there is a lot of big picture bad things happening to us.
All the time.
And I've seen it firsthand.
Oh, you fucking psycho.
Bad things are happening to us, big picture we. And I do agree that there is a lot of big picture bad things happening to us.
All the time.
This wretched ass bitch. 3 Paragon, a $5 super chat. Aren't bad times supposed to create good people, not entitled victims? That's the thing. We haven't really had that many bad times. That's the point. That's actually the thing. Except maybe like 9/11, but people kind of like parasitically fed off that. And the media like perpetuating fear surrounding 9/11 kind of created a bunch of fucking fearful idiots. Like I said, that's another day. That's another fucking topic completely.
And I've seen.
Wait, that's a better face. That's better. That's so much better. Come on, screen cap software. Boom. Okay, I got that.
At these dinners, we see white women behaving badly, and that bad behavior looks.
Behaving badly. They dare to question us. We almost called the police.
Right. Denial of white supremacy.
Oh, and she has green eyes. Oh, I wonder if those are contacts or if those are real. They're probably fucking contacts. God forbid I look completely black, Don't want that.
Denial of racism.
Because they don't look real. They look like fucking contacts.
And even denial of slavery. This is nothing.
No, they deny that they had a hand in slavery. There's a difference.
New. This has been going on for centuries.
And plus, you can't really, there's been Holocaust deniers, but I've rarely ever seen slavery deniers, to be honest. Racists really actually say, or more likely to say, oh, slavery, yeah, we need to bring that back, shit. we need to be empowered again, because why the fuck would they not acknowledge something that they felt that they had a hand in? White supremacists, of course, they want that shit back. They're not going to deny that. They're going to be like, yeah, But they're like, they're so fucking such racist pieces of shit. They're gonna be like, yeah, it happened, we did that, and we need to bring it back. We need to bring it back. Y'all, you're just too mouthy. Busnut 33, $5 super chat. Here's $5. Now I want you to white shame me as hard as you can. Bust nuts. Nuts being white. White being the color of white supremacy, you piece of shit. Yeah, of course they're gonna, oh, look, remember the past? Remember the past? You can't be white because of the past.
Let's go back to 1876, when a former slave owner named Lucy Foreman Harley said she was assaulted by 2 black men.
Of course she said that. She was a fucking slave owner. Of course she said that. Like, why are we applying this to 2022 white women?
Leading to a white paramilitary mob killing as many as 100 black men, which witnesses later said was just an excuse to suppress black voters. In 1898, Rebecca Latimer Felton.
I think the more important thing was not the black voting thing, but the fact that people were owning slaves. That's just me, though. or that people still had that racist mind. Like, oh, the votes. They're probably gonna bring up Stacey Abrams. I bet fucking money. That's probably what it's leading up to.
Who, by
bring up Stacey Abrams? I dare you.
Way was a suffragette and the first female United States senator, called for the lynching of thousands of black men if it meant protecting white.
Okay, true.
White women. Her claim sparked a riot that killed 25 black men. But of course,
she was the first suffragette. That's what makes it. I was watching Enola Holmes too, for obvious reasons. Henry Cavill, and even the first one, like the fact that Helena Bonham Carter's character was a suffragette, just made me laugh every time, because it's like, I feel like in between scenes that she's in, she's just lynching black dudes. And just slapping ice cream out of black children's hands like an asshole. It's just funny to me.
Of course, she's remembered as a hero, a progressive icon for women's rights. Fast forward to 1908. Mabel Hallam claimed a black man raped her. Black neighborhoods.
Oh yeah, okay, but what does this have to do with you not being fucked by white men? And your sexist, catty aggression towards white women today? It's got nothing to do with it. Because you weren't in that. Laura Hugel, $2.99 super chat. Candace Owens should be in that room.
Were burned, black civilians were shot, and elderly black men were lynched. And just 2 weeks later, she admitted she lied. In 1921, all that Sarah Page had to do was scream, and the whole black community was burnt to the ground, killing over 300 black people. This event is known as the Tulsa Massacre. In 1931, Victoria Price and Ruby Bates accused 9 black teenagers of rape. The Scottsboro boys went through years of trials and jail time, only for one of the girls to admit she made up the whole thing. In 1955, Carolyn Bryant.
I guess now we're in her range of like the range of her birth. Now we have things that she was alive to fucking be, privy to. So that's nice. Bogdan the Lurker, $5 super chat. Let's be real. This isn't about black people or racism. This isn't about education or empathy. This is about them and their need to feel important. Yeah.
Said 14-year-old Emmett Till was flirting with her. We all know the story of Emmett Till. His brave mother decided to have an open casket so that people could see how he was tortured and murdered.
Out of nowhere, this black guy came up and we just opened the door and jumped in the car.
In 1994, Susan Smith claimed a black man kidnapped her kids, sparking a manhunt that labeled every black man in South Carolina a potential child killer.
It just seems so unfair that somebody could take such 2 beautiful children.
The true story? Susan Smith killed her children herself. In 2009, Bonnie Sweeten claimed she and her daughter were kidnapped by a...
Now, these are like a couple separate events, by the way. This isn't indicative of all white women at all, because you're just taking like, oh, 18 something, and then 19, and then, this is nothing. You're basically doing nothing, saying nothing. This is not giving you a fucking open. This is not giving you like a window to fucking discriminate against the whole race and gender. Sorry.
So that she could swindle her boss and go to Disney World. A few years later, in 2016, rookie cop Sherry Hall claimed she was attacked by a black gunman, starting a massive manhunt. But the attack had never happened. She staged it all for attention. Which brings us back to 2020.
I'm going to tell them there's an African-American man threatening my life. There is an African-American man. I'm in Central Park. I'm being threatened by a man.
Sagen? Oh shit. Say sex, JL. Gender is gibberish. Sex and gender is the same thing. It's the same fucking, like, gender is just another word for sex. Like, it's just been bastardized by online activism, unfortunately.
Christian Cooper was bird watching. More white women nonsense.
It all ties into itself, people.
Why is it that being called a racist?
But that's more like that believe all women bullshit. I made a video about it, like a tongue-in-cheek type video about it. Like, people are about believe all women until it's like a white woman accusing a black person of something. Or like, that's why you should just chuck that shit in the garbage can. That believe all women shit is bullshit, because there's sometimes where women should not be fucking believed, and these instances are exactly why. But I'm sure these same two fucking morons will probably pimp that shit online when that Me Too shit was happening. Like, believe all women. I bet you they perpetuate that same shit when it's convenient for them.
Makes you so upset. Why is it that
I think we got 15 more minutes, guys. We can make it.
Called a racist makes you so upset?
Why does being called bad thing make you upset? Like, you can say it about anything. Why does being called a rapist make you upset? Why does being called a child killer make you upset? Why does being called a why is being called a money launderer make you feel upset? Why the fuck do you think, dumbass?
It doesn't make me upset anymore, but it would have a while ago. I needed to understand what the term means and look at myself. And I believe that every white person is racist because of the system. And I had to learn about the system to get that.
But why would it have bothered you before?
Because it's such a horrible word, and I don't want to be so horrible.
Okay.
In a nutshell. I mean, I don't want to see myself as being so bad. I have had to work so hard on my shitty self-image to begin with. But I want to add that one to it, racist? Oh, God. I'll be blunt. I've struggled with liking myself. Most of them I don't like, so that one I have, but...
Like, honestly, like, if someone called this bitch a race-baiting psycho... Like, I remember all the names people were calling her in the opening of this documentary. All the hate mail she was getting. I would ask her, like, why would that make you upset? Why would that make you upset? Like, that's their experience with you. You have no right to question other people's experience with you. So why would that make you upset? Why you get such a visceral reaction from being called a cunt when you clearly come from a line, like a descendants of cunts? Moondoggy, $10 super chat. What's funny about the Central Park incident is the birdwatcher guy had a history of antagonizing other park goers. A couple black man and another white woman talked about their incident with him. Oh, of course. Like, motherfuckers, like, usually, who magically just come up against some kind of, like, public discrepancy and immediately get their phone out. They usually antagonize the shit. Because it's all about, like, views and likes. Even middle-aged people are getting in on that shit. Three Paragon. She's basically okay with being called racist now. Progress.
I don't have a problem with it now, and that's because I've been practicing and working on it for a while, but a while ago.
And it is work, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's work.
Sarah, I'm curious how you feel about, because I've said more than once, and they've mentioned it too, just this idea or this theory that every single white person in this country is racist.
You know, I would say, like, at the beginning of the conversation, it was a little offensive. I think throughout the conversation and understanding a little bit more of my ignorance in the definition of it, I feel like I've shifted a little bit. I will say that. I don't want to be thought of somebody that doesn't like somebody because of the color of their skin.
The fear that I have is that my son goes through the experience that he did. I'm not worried about him. I'm worried about him becoming the white supremacist and pushing it down into the
You have the conversation.
So yes, I have the conversation.
Yeah, over and over and over and over and over again. It's the first step. Just like Regina always says, like, you can't change what you don't acknowledge. And the fact that you're able to acknowledge this is a big deal.
The fact that you're so susceptible to brainwashing is wonderful. Farrah Rose Smith, $5 super chat. Secretly, the food is poisoned. Hang on, guys. Just checking something right quick. Okay. Oh, damn it. Accidentally highlighted this shit.
It's not a small deal, it's a huge deal. Because it means you're open and instead of this. And if you're open, then you can actually start, like, engaging and pass it along to your kids.
You know, so many of us grow up learning this wonderful history and to be proud of the founding fathers and this democratic system and blah, 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 blah. But it's important that we learn how we've been programmed and the trance that we're in. It's a trance. It really is.
It's a programming that needs to be overcome, indeed.
Who do we want to be?
Why does it all have to have labels anyway, though? And indeed, you know, I understand you have issues with a skin color, okay? But I don't believe that's our future. I really don't. I see it much different. I understand it's a struggle for you now. I get that. And I empathize with that. But do I love you less because you're a different color? Absolutely not.
But do you realize that everything you're saying is taking away everything they just said?
That is such everything you just said is such bullshit, frankly.
But it is.
It is. But
it is. You literally erased everything this woman just said. Like, everything.
Because you want me to apologize for that? Because really, I believe it's a real struggle.
Honestly, if you're not sorry, don't apologize.
No,
but
I believe it's a real struggle. But I do believe there's more.
And like now this chick is acting like the fucking the white savior of the entire fucking room. Like, shut up. Like, these people, even if you do agree with everything they say, they're still going to hate you, because at the end of the day, it's not about you owning up to any white privilege or anything. Like, they're never going to like you at the end of the day, because it's not about that. They're psychologically damaged people. They're very pathetic human beings.
About love and about the future. She's worried that her kids are going to die.
What is love? She's worried her kids are going to die. Yeah. Looking at her net worth and shit, they're not going to die. No one fucking kills Indians like that. Her kids are not black. That's the thing. Like, they push it. They're the ones pushing this narrative. Like, the black kids are they're all gonna die. They're all gonna fucking die. But your kids aren't black, sweetie. So what dying? What dying are they gonna be doing? By your own logic, you're all right. You're Asian, sweetie. You're part of the Asian community. Y'all don't since when do y'all get shot like black folks do? Since when is that a thing? Acknowledge your privilege as an Asian woman, okay? Like, by your own logic, there's no way in hell that that's gonna happen to you. Like, you're not gonna get pulled over and shot. Get the fuck out of here.
What is love? What is that?
Like, these are the rules you made.
Feeling love.
We kind of had this conversation before the dinner a little bit, and I got a sense of this, is that you read the book The Secret, and you think that we can all get better lives based on good intentions. We just got to be positive and like want good for our lives. But what do you want about feeling
We are telling you, and you can Google police brutality.
I hope, like, if they ever do like a male version of this, like they bring white men in or some shit, I hope that like Sam Hyatt infiltrates these people. Either Sam Hyatt or the other motherfucker. What's his name? A guy who called AOC his favorite big booty Latino. That dude. Please raise them up. Like, is there ever like a male version of this? Please, for the love of fucking God, infiltrate this shit. Pay the money and then come in here and troll the fuck out of these two idiots.
Google ICE, Mexicans, Google Muslim ban. Those are like real things. We're also anecdotally telling you things, and you keep coming back with this, frankly, BS about love.
Like, we need more trollish, like, female trolls. That's what it is. Like, we really do. Because, like, there's so many male trolls who are fucking hilarious. But, like, I wish a female troll would have just gotten into this fucking situation and would have shook some things up. God damn it.
Love being love, and love trumps. Like, what do you mean by that?
Love trumps hate.
What I mean is...
Lord Asserman? A sermon? Oh my god. $5 super chat. These people are everything they accuse you of being. It's amazing that they don't see it. 3 Paragon, $5 super chat. By their logic, aren't they gentrifying just by being there?
That beyond the anger and the problems that we are feeling at the moment, each and every one of us, perhaps you two more at the moment, that there is something more to our beingness, and it isn't the flesh. It isn't. And beyond that, this is the evolution of all of us. I know this, and I know it sounds weird for those who aren't in that world, but we are transcending this. We are. And sir, I just want to say it again. Syra. I really appreciate everything you're offering. What I want to hear from you is what you think is a solution. You've talked a lot, but I haven't heard, hey, this is what I want you ladies to do.
Haven't I said repeatedly? Yeah, go ahead.
No, you didn't give any solutions. That's vague shit. Just listen, accept, and believe. That's not a solution. Basically saying just implicitly fucking obey us. Like, that's not a fucking solution. But of course, to a megalomaniac sociopath, it would not be a solution.
I do want to say.
I acknowledge it.
Yeah, like,
but I just see beyond it.
Can I say one thing?
Sure, I'm sorry.
No. I am.
Hey, will you shut the fuck up? I can't stand you. It's like, this is the worst person on the table, and this is the best person, and they're sitting across from each other. It's great. Like the duality and the symmetry.
Liberal white woman. We are absolutely the most dangerous women out there.
We are the most dangerous women that exist because we want to think that we are better, that we are good, and that we're doing.
I'm sorry, who paid who a couple $1,000s a pop to be like racially discriminated against, like, or to be like racially lambasted? Sorry, who set that up? It wasn't y'all. Y'all didn't have the power to do that shit. Who is the one laying themselves at the other's feet in this situation? Because it ain't them. It ain't the other two.
Is about love, and that we're gonna solve all the world's issues because we're gonna love a little more, because we're good freaking people. No, we are erasing their experiences, we are erasing their lives, we are erasing the danger that they're in because we're trying to color it, make it freaking pretty.
By calling it love.
By calling it love. And I'm sorry, but that is dangerous. Like,
but
that
I don't think that's what I'm doing at all.
But you have done it repeatedly.
Yeah.
Does love save the Mexicans who are in ICE facilities? Does love save Trayvon Martin? Does love save Sandra Bland? Does love save Mustafa Ayyubi, who was assassinated in February for doing nothing? What does
Well, you're not gonna save him either, bitch. Like, you couldn't even save leftovers from this meal. Is love gonna save them? But you're not gonna save them either. You're maybe even more useless than they are.
You know, you ask us, what can we do? Seriously, and we've told you at least 10 times. Listen,
that's vague. That's fucking vague. That's not an action.
What can we do to achieve this love of which you speak?
Well, I think dropping the resistance is part of it. And
dropping
The resistance to what? The resistance to what?
The resistance is holding you back.
The resistance to what? What are we
to common sense, to compassion, not being a fucking racist cunt, like a lot of things.
It feels like a lot. It feels like a lot. And so I don't pretend to have all the answers at all.
You have
But y'all do.
One thing, you said it feels like a lot. She's
like, she I don't pretend to have the answers, implying that they are pretending to have all the, which is, she's right.
Asked you 3 times, what are we resisting? Name one thing that we're resisting.
Common sense.
An answer, a solution that's different than what you think it should be.
That's great.
Literally employ the spiritual bypassing to get around any of the pain associated with oppression. I would love to say love is love. The next time someone sends me a note telling me that they're gonna drown my daughter, I'm gonna be like, you know what? Downward dog it right now. Love is love. Love.
Yeah, like, but they're not sending it directly to her. Like, the internet hate, you can block these people, you can report these people. It's like, knock it off with the fucking victimhood, which are rich ass. Oh, I'm getting anon hate. I mean, like, what am I supposed to do in this horrible country where I'm laying down 400 grand so I can get into Congress? Like, shut the fuck up.
Fucking love. Seriously.
So we can acknowledge, I'm going to acknowledge that, yes, after you said that, I can acknowledge, yes, I see racism in me after I've said no because of what you women have said. We have to understand where it hurts. Where hurts, hurts. And we can't take away hurt from other people. I mean, and that's where I think we have to be sympathetic at one point, too.
Try not to add to that a little bit is like, we're not dying because we're white.
Right. I'm not allowed to go somewhere because I'm white. So I can say love is.
But they're not allowed to go anywhere either because they're a certain color either. Like, they're part of the fucking 1%, or at least close to that. Like, come on. Like, I love how, like, that's how, like, all these people are fucking pathetic. Because they don't even push back on the fact that these are privileged ass women sitting up here talking about how they're gonna die and how their kids are gonna die. It's like, shut up. Shut up. Like, oh, they're gonna die in your big ass mansion that you fucking live in? They're gonna die there? Where are they gonna die at? Like, where do you live where everyone's getting shot? You don't live anywhere where people are getting shot en masse by the fucking cops or whatever narrative you try to push. You don't live there. You co-signing for other people's shit. Like, you didn't live in the 1800s. You don't live in Beirut. You don't live in any fucking place where people are being disenfranchised. Like, what the fuck? Joe, Vinny, the hyena, $5 super chat. Why is everything in the NOC streams making me violent? Yeah, this is beyond cringe. It's just infuriating because these two bitches are like sociopathic grifters.
Because nobody says, no, you can't.
Like, these bitches have been telling you no, you can't throughout this entire thing. What are you talking about?
The purpose. Like, people are saying, you can't come here. Even though we were all taught, right, in history that this was fixed years ago. It was fixed.
And my kids, I will never know what my kids even feel like because they are part Hispanic and with Hispanic. I will never know their fear because I'm not there. I'll never know what they fear.
Do you realize that in this room, the Republican that voted for Trump
have listened more than you have.
Like, you voted for Trump too, bitch.
And she changed what she said. She said, actually, I get it.
Yes.
And yet you keep saying love is love. And that's why I'm saying white liberal women are the most dangerous. Because we think we're so good that we can't be part of the problem.
So I do want to leave you with this. There's no, and I mean this sincerely, my 2 little kids are at home, my husband's at home. I'm not doing this for my health.
Yeah, you are. If it was just like a sincere act of if it was a sincere act of advocacy or activism, you wouldn't be charging people thousands of dollars a pop to be there. You'd be doing this shit for free. Anybody could have a fucking meal at their house and talk about some shit. What you need thousands of dollars for that? Maybe because you didn't get into Congress and you're not making that cheddar no more. Maybe because maybe she's not, her net worth isn't the way it used to be. Maybe her husband's making all that money and this is her grift. She can't do actual work because nobody wants it. Because she went from like being a politician to like working for like TV networks. It's like her resume is all over the fucking place. So I'm like, yeah, she needs the money.
The reason I am here is because of love. So to answer your question repeatedly, it is because of love. The work that I do is because of love. Everything I do is because of love.
Of myself, not of anyone else but myself. Not white women, not anyone of color. I just pretty much use them. I've even admitted myself that I'm a fucking racist, so I don't even know, like, it's just a love for myself. Because who do I love? Like I said, she's blatantly said she's a fucking racist. And what are your kids suffering from? What neighborhood are they fucking living in where they have a chance of getting shot? They don't live in that type of environment. So what the fuck are you talking about? Love of who? Of yourself.
And by showing you my pain, I have opened myself up so greatly to take
your pain. Oh, and on hate and nothing else. And on hate. That's it. Fucking hate on the internet. That is fucking, which by the way, she fucking brings on herself. When you say racist shit, expect people to fucking respond in kind, bitch. That's gonna happen. If you say you hate black people or you say some racist shit about black people, guess what? Black Twitter and any other black person is gonna be on your ass. Sorry. You ain't exempt from that shit. You're using your race because she blatantly said she didn't like black people. She's racist. That's what she said. So I think she's using that energy of her hatred of black people like towards white people, and she thinks that covers that shit up. It doesn't. If you'll be this hateful towards white people, you'll be like, if you'll be this hateful towards white people in 2022, you're the same type of person who'll be hateful towards black people in 1892. That's the fucking reality of it, because you're susceptible to that level of hatred for whatever reason, financial, societal pressure, whatever, or do you just genuinely fucking hate people? But yeah, if you that person who says fuck all white people need to do this, you would have been the same type of motherfucker lynching people 300, 450 years ago. Like, you're not different. You're not different fucking people. Because if we want to do that bullshit where we like to tie in past racism to now, you're no fucking different from people who would hang a black person from a tree. Sorry. So when she goes off all about that white woman shit, white women this, white women that, you just sat here and just said you hated black people. Which I'm not surprised by at all. I'm not surprised. You bitches think that saying, oh, instead of saying I hate black people, I'll say I hate white people because that's more acceptable in 2022. Like, bitch, you're not hiding anything. You would have said the same thing to me if it was so a little socially acceptable. Don't fucking front. And don't act like you're any different from these liberal white chicks. You're not. You're fucking not. Neither of you are. Shut the fuck up.
More and more and more abuse. And why? Because I actually believe in you. Sincerely, at the bottom of my heart, I believe that you all can wake up just like I did. You can deprogram yourself just like you did.
Still working on it.
Over the course of one dinner, Marnie, you are able to even slightly open the window. I am more hopeful than you will ever know. This should be an indication of the amount of love that I have and the amount of hope that I have. And I have expectations still. Regina doesn't, and you're still.
Like, I've seen your tweets. You're as racist as they fucking come. There is no hope for you. Like, she's obsessed with white women. She's obsessed with talking about white women. Like, I would, excuse me, I wouldn't be surprised if she was secretly gay for white women. If she wanted to fuck white women, and this is just her way of dealing with it.
Still here, so why don't you?
Icona Duel, $4.99 super chat. Thanks for the stream. I'm off to watch a police interrogation to take away the pain of this gauntlet of masochism and Manson lamps. Goodbye, Icona Duel.
Anyway, do not expect it to be easy, because it's not going to be easy. You're going to question.
I'm going to make your life a living hell.
Everything you ever learned. You know, it's hard. It's hard work. And everything worth having is hard. So
who in this room, raise your hand if you're a racist. Dang! Woo!
Racism is cool. It's so cool to be racist. Yeah, the thing is, she didn't want to be alone in being a racist. That's another thing. Like, the solitude of being a racist. You want to project onto them that they're also racist, because you don't want to be alone in this shit. Because racists are actually the most lonely fucking people. Because we've all moved on from this shit. Racists, like I said, are like the loneliest goddamn people. Because y'all are so fucking alone in how you are. It's hilarious. So it's like, for her, it's like not being alone. Yeah, I hate black men. Black men freak me the fuck out, because I know she's racist. I don't know. She said she didn't like black people, but it's probably mostly black men, though. I bet money. I bet serious fucking money. She didn't want to feel alone in that.
We did it. Thank you. Thanks, guys. Thank you. I feel hopeful that there's going to be.
Oh God, they're taking selfies like dumbasses.
One or two people that gets it. I can guarantee you, I know this for a fact, they haven't forgotten. And they're thinking about this every single day. And even if one of them comes out of this in however amount of time and starts down the path, that's a win too.
1 year later, filmmakers checked in on the dinner guests to request follow-up interviews. I would have said, fuck you. Ministry of Wrongthink, $1.99 super chat. Well, that's not going to get memed at all.
What our job is, I think, a huge part of our job, white people, is to help other white people wake up with us. I think the triggering process... We're not going to help minorities. We're just going to help ourselves, because... well, that's really the purpose of healing racism, is just helping ourselves, being just completely self-serving and being playing around with our inner selves constantly. And I still clutch my purse when I see black people, by the way.
Any white women in a race to dinner setting.
And what's all fucking, what is this? Did you go to a screening of The Woman King? Like, what is this? By the way, The Woman King has this overabundance of fucking puka shells for some reason. One of these days, I'm gonna do a fucking reaction to the film, probably with the rest of the guys, Carl and Jack and Burst, probably. because like there's an overabundance of puka shells in that movie. Like it just hit us, like not us, but like me and Carl, because we watched it first. Whatever. But like the point is, there's an overabundance of puka shells in The Woman King. It's ridiculous. It's silly. And the fact that a white woman wrote The Woman King, or sorry, white women wrote The Woman King, it's all starting to make sense. The puka shells! The puka shells!
Can override the ability to just take a moment and go, wait a minute, I need to sit with this. Because we're so trained to, my reaction is right. As white people, it's like it's our white world.
What I took away was just being able to recognize how white women react to being confronted on their racism. The defensiveness, the crying, the I don't see color,
yeah, they're gonna work on themselves and gonna heal racism, but then as soon as a black person comes up with a differing opinion than them, then it's all right back to being liberal white women.
We all bleed red, or just like using people of color in their lives to justify that they're not a racist. So those tools I think I learned from Race to Dinner.
When we were leaving that night, I was feeling sad because I realized how much more work we have to do. To undo systemic racism and misogyny is not, I don't even know if it's something I'm gonna see in my lifetime, quite frankly.
The first thing that I did when I came home is I made a post on my Facebook, and I acknowledged where
of course you did
the racism in my own life and thought beliefs. I thought I was already aware of my racism, but what I didn't see was
oh, look, what have white people done? Oh, they carry your heavy ass fucking cameras for your documentary. I mean, I already said that, basically, that white people have helped you out filming this claptrap, but it's nice to have confirmation.
I thought I was already aware of my racism, but what I didn't see was how unconsciously white supremacy lives within me and the true impact of it. What I saw as a result of that conversation was that as a white woman, I am the worst kind of dangerous if I don't wake up to see what's true here and use my power and privilege to take action.
Sarah never responded to filmmaker follow-ups. Yeah. And nice putting it on putting on a freeze frame to make it look like a fucking asshole. She never followed up. Like, yeah, of course not. I bet you the Trump bitch didn't either, because some of these bitches was like just lying so this can like move on, which I'm not surprised by. This is the first step to healing, girls. Not tolerating this bullshit is the first step to healing.
I saw that white supremacy is not just a construct of the alt-right, but something that lives within all of us, and mostly unconscious to those who want to believe it's all love and light.
All of the reasonable bitches did not follow up.
I saw that racism is not something to hide from or pretend does not exist within me. As to
so far, only what, like 3 chicks?
Hidden and embedded.
Yep. All the chicks who I thought would not follow up have not followed up. Please be more. Please. Only 3 chicks out of like, how many were there? Like 8? Like 8 or 10. I don't know.
I'm exceedingly grateful to Syra Rao and Regina Jackson for their willingness to show up, educate, and put their lives at risk to do it.
Put their fucking lives at risk? Oh my God, you are so brainwashed. To put their lives at risk. I'm sorry. Is there like the white secret police? Were they gonna break this up at any moment? They were gonna bust through the doors and lynch the both of them at any moment? Get the fuck out of here. Were they gonna be arrested for this? Ministry of Wrong, thank $4.99 super chat. At the end of this, they're gonna come out. Oh yeah, they're gonna all come out wearing traditional African scarves like Pelosi when the Dems took the knee in the photo op. Oh, they had to risk their lives. Oh Jesus. Oh, the metallic blur. No, Jay, don't you see? Putting this video out puts them at risk. Yeah, it put them at such risk that this documentary has no rating, no critical rating or audience rating on Rotten Tomatoes. It was at risk of failing. That's the only risk. It was at the risk of not being rated by anybody or being seen by anybody. Well, except for us. But yeah, that's the risk. That was the risk.
I'm here to show up for what's uncomfortable so we can heal this pain and stop the violence. Are you?
Oh, this reminds me, Dr. Hibbert in that Who Shot Mr. Burns episode. What did he say? Like, there's something he said. He was like, "Oh, I can't possibly find any of the suspects. Can you?" Like, oh god, it's so corny. Kung flu. 9 months after this dinner was filmed, COVID brought the world to a standstill.
The Chinese virus.
Soon after the murder of George Floyd ignited, oh god, the largest protest in U.S. history and a global racial reckoning.
Protesters have taken to the streets around the world.
So is this the moment when the United States and others recognize the pain of the past, that black
yeah, thankfully no one gives a shit anymore.
lives matter, and reimagine their countries on new values?
White supremacy is the most
Racism rages on in 2022 with democracies in peril and hate crimes rising worldwide. Yeah, just like the one against Jussie Smollett. I'll never forget it. That hate crime. Oh, they actually the guy who actually perpetuated that hate crime was actually let go, and now he's walking the streets. Remember the Jussie Smollett thing? Oh, that was so sad.
Terrorist threat to the homeland today. Now's our opportunity.
Of course, they put in a fucking Biden quote in there because despite the fact that they're against this like liberal white disease, they have no problem with boosting white liberals who don't give a fuck about them. Hilarious. And who also have been proven to be racist. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Due to the global COVID stay-at-home orders, Regina and Sarah, I'm gonna call her Sarah. Regina and Sarah. Fuck you. Because it's basically Sarah. It's Sarah. Adapted their dinners to suit a changing world.
Some real progress.
Today, their work continues, eating dinner at other houses for thousands of fucking dollars. Their work continues, guys.
Bar right behind me in case I need to take a drink. We got lots of people coming on.
Oh, I need to get rid of this shit. Ugh, turn off annotations. Wait, ambient mode. Is that what that shit is? Oh, I can finally turn that off. Oh. But I can't see shit because this fucking thing is in the way.
Do we have everyone?
See, but now you can do it on a Zoom call. Somebody needs to fucking troll these people. Come on.
Yes? Okay, cool.
Do God's work for me. To learn more, go to Deconstructing Karen. See, I can't fucking see it. Shit! Because they put this fucking thing in the way. Well, anyway, whatever. That's it. That's the whole thing. So we've been here how long? 3 hours. We made it to 3 hours for the stream. Thank God. But yeah, that was cringe. And it was infuriating because it was just like, ugh. Like, you fucking hags. You grifting hags. Like, taking advantage of already mentally stunted, more like leeches. How dare you? Oh, that was wretched. Hang on a second. Okay, there we go. Yeah, that's gonna be it though, because that was infuriating. Oof, I hated that shit. Anyway, guys, I gotta go anyway, because I gotta prepare for other shit. Tomorrow I got some shit to do. Some editing, possibly. And I know y'all, yeah, I want to give y'all a rest after that marathon of that cavalcade of bullshit. So anyway, good night, guys. Thanks for enduring and hanging out and shit. Thank you for all the super chats and donations and well wishes and all that. I really appreciate it. Thank you and goodbye. I need to sleep and shake off this fucking documentary.